This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball. The pregame show starts right now.
Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex for game number 2 of this 3-game series between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Portland Pickles as the Raptors go for the series victory today, a 6-3 win last night here at the Rourke, as Ridgefield stays undefeated in West Coast League play, the only 4-0 team in the West Coast League, and the Raptors come back out to try to keep that record unblemished and take game number 2 against the Pickles. Nick Jennings gets the ball today for the Raptors. He was the opening day starter for Ridgefield, first game of the West Coast League last Friday against Bend. He did pick up the victory for the Raptors, going 6 strong innings against the Bend Elks. He comes back for his second start today in a lineup that has a couple of changes. It's looked pretty similar over the course of this early season, but with Chris Cota making a shift, with Kobe Morales moving from first base to get his first start in the outfield today. He'll start in left field. Playing first will be Dominic Enbody, who played for Ridgefield back in 2019, mostly a catcher, but fair amount of time at first base as well. So Dominic will start at first. You've also got John Peck at shortstop and Tanner Jocks swapping over to second base like they did for the first time last night. That lineup worked out well for Ridgefield defensively. A sterling double play last night with Tanner Jocks flipping the ball out of the glove to John Peck, who made the throw down to first, and solid defense the whole night through as Ridgefield played errorless baseball last night, racked up 9 hits in the ball game, and defeated the Pickles 6-3, the final score. Chris Cota, the second-year head coach for the Ridgefield Raptors. Mark Magdaleno, second-game head coach for the Pickles. That news official today, Mark Magdaleno becoming the new head coach, manager for the Pickles. Justin Barchis will stay with the club, that move into more administrative player personnel role with the club. He did start the season as the head coach, but Mark Magdaleno, who's also the head coach at Clark College nearby, will take over the duties for the remainder of this season. He was the head coach last night as well, and so the Pickles try to get the first game against Ridgefield, and no team has yet knocked off the Raptors other than an exhibition game last week, and that doesn't count for the standings. So 4-0 is the record for the Raptors. Here is Nick Jennings on the mound today for Ridgefield. First batter he will face is a right-hander in Daniel Highrose, who did not play yesterday, and a first pitch strike from Nick Jennings. And we are underway here at the Rourke. Thanks so much for joining us. My name's Josh Warden. Excited for this game between the Raptors and the Pickles. Second pitch, down low, ball 1 from Jennings. Ridgefield winning 6-3 the score yesterday. Couple of triples in the ball game. Cody Darcy knocking in his 4th home run on the season. Ball outside, 2-1 is the count from Nick Jennings, who is 1-0 on the year with 6 innings against the Elks. A 5-1 victory in that game for the Raptors. He allowed just 3 hits in those 6 innings. 2-1 pitch from the right-hander. Nick Jennings is up and in, ball 3. 3-1 the count. He walked just 1 batter. He's now 1 pitch away from walking the first batter he sees in Daniel Highrose. He struck out 9 in that contest against the Bend Elks on last Friday, so not all that long a rest for him. 5 days, swinging through the 3-1. Daniel Highrose, the second baseman, who's 1 for 5 on the season, his first playing time against the Raptors here, and has a full count against Nick Jennings, with the outfield playing straight away in a beautiful day for baseball. 3-2 pitch, grounded to second base. Tanner Jocks fields cleanly, throws cleanly, and Dominic Enbody records the putout. And Nick Jennings gets the leadoff man out for 3 on the ground out, 1 away here in the first inning. Partly cloudy towards the edges, but no clouds straight above us. It was a rainy day last night, but we are not expecting to see precipitation tonight or tomorrow for the remaining part of the series here. First pitch from Jennings to the 2-hole hitter, Gabe Scoro, is outside, ball 1. Then the rain may come back Thursday, Friday, and forward, but that's perfect timing because Ridgefield takes to the road for a 2-series road trip. Scoro plays 1 foul on the first base side netting. 1-1 is the count with one out, nobody on as we are getting underway. And the top of the first inning, Nick Jennings, who did not allow any runs in those 6 innings against the Bend Elks. 6 tremendous innings of work. Jennings fires the 1-1 pitch. A breaking ball is a strike. Jennings, a right-hander, stands at 6'2", 200 pounds, comes from Eastern Oregon University. Originally from Vancouver, Washington, and Skyview High School. 1-2 pitch, a fastball that misses. Transferred from Lower Columbia College, and now plays for Mike McInerney and the Eastern Oregon Mountaineers. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Nick Jennings to Gabe Scoro, the Portland Pilot and 4th year Portland Pickles player. 2-2 pitch down low. Another full count, so 2 straight at-bats with a 3-2 count. Got a ground ball on the first one. Now tries to retire Gabe Scoro as well. Outfield shaded to right field. Here's the payoff pitch with 1 out. Slap towards right. Coming in on it is Connor. On the run, he makes a basket catch at the belt buckle and hangs on to it for out number 2. Caden Connor had a ball hit to him in the first inning yesterday and lost it in the sun. It was one of only 2 hits that Ridgefield Raptors pitchers allowed in the entire ball game yesterday. It ended up as a triple for Jacob Jablonski, who now steps into the plate against Nick Jennings. 2 outs, nobody on base. A breaking ball that hits the zone, strike 1. This is the same situation yesterday when Jablonski had the triple with 2 outs and nobody on in the first inning. Ended up at third and was stranded there. The 0-1 pitch, also a strike. No balls and 2 strikes to Jacob Jablonski, a junior shortstop from Chico State, originally from Palmdale, California. 0-2 pitch, checked his swing. It was up high, ball 1. Jablonski on a 4-game hit streak, has a hit in every game this young season in the West Coast League. Had a double and 2 RBIs and 2 hits in the series finale against Wenatchee when the Pickles won 2 out of 3. He swings at the 1-2, tips it into the glove of Cole Ehrman for strike 3. A 3-up, 3-down frame for Nick Jennings, who continues his spectacular work. He's now gone 7 innings without allowing an earned run. That ties the West Coast League leaderboard, where he's tied with Hunter Salinas out of Wenatchee as the only 2 players in the league who have gone 7 innings of work this season without allowing an earned run. We head to the bottom of the first inning with Alex Giroux getting the start for the Portland Pickles. He'll face Caden Connor, John Peck, and Kobe Morales when we come back for a scoreless first inning so far. Bottom of the first coming up.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Bottom of the first inning here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. A scoreless top of the first for Nick Jennings. And we head to the bottom half of this opening inning. Alex Giroux, the starter for the Portland Pickles, gets the ball for Mark Magdaleno. Stands at 6 feet flat, 185, a sophomore out of Clark College, where he pitches for head coach Mark Magdaleno, also coaching the Portland Pickles. First pitch of the bottom of the first is outside to Caden Connor. The right fielder made a nice catch in that top of the first inning. Had a double and a triple yesterday. Has had a double in every game this season. Got his first triple on a ground ball through the infield that got almost to the wall. 1-0 pitch. Outside ball 2 to Caden, our post-game guest last night. Asked him about the triple, and he said, turned around second and thought I could get to third and had to turn on the quote-unquote boosties, as he put it. And indeed he did boost his way to third for the triple. 2-0 pitch from Giroux to Caden Connor. At the knees, strike 1 from Giroux. Alex, the pitcher from Clark College, originally from Portland, went to Lake Oswego High School on his third college this upcoming year when he'll play for San Diego. Went to University of Washington to start out. 2-1 pitch, down, ball 3, 3-1. So went to UW, then to Clark College, and then on his way to San Diego this upcoming year. Has also played for the Bend Elks and the Walla Walla Sweets, and then last year with the Portland Pickles in the Wild Wild West League. 3-1 pitch, hit hard to center field. Going back on it is Arellano. He'll take a couple steps back, but it is playable, and he pulls it in for out number 1. Pretty well hit, but Arellano read it off the bat and only had to move back about 5 feet to make the play. 1 down in the first inning. John Peck to the plate. Tied for the team lead with 7 hits. On 19 at-bats. He has a double, a triple, or excuse me, a double and 3 RBIs on the year. Has walked once. And the only player in the starting lineup with a stolen base. First pitch to the right-hand hitting John Peck is a strike from the right-hand pitcher and Alex Giroux. Getting his second start of the season, went 4 innings, and despite not going 5, he got the win in the decision in that game against Wenatchee. The 0-1 pitch is fouled. He only allowed 1 hit and no walks in those 4 innings. Struck out 4 against the Apple Sox. So good work in those 4 innings. And a start against Wenatchee. A Three Rivers League Player of the Year. Ball on the 0-2 pitch. 1-2 is the count. Lake Oswego in the Three Rivers League, and he got Pitcher of the Year in 2017. He was top 5 prospects out of the state of Oregon, his recruiting class. 1-2 pitch, top of the zone. John Peck checked his swing. It was a called third strike, and 2 down in the first inning. Alex Giroux 1 out away from matching Nick Jennings in a 3-up, 3-down first inning, but he's got to work through Kobe Morales, the hot-hitting first baseman turned left fielder. Bit of a utility player. He's played first inning the majority, almost the entirety of the season so far, but he gets the start in left field today. First pitch from Giroux swung on, and out in front of it was Morales. 6 for 20 on the year as a double, a triple, a home run, 4 RBIs, and 5 runs scored. Asked him about what he likes more. Do you like first base or do you like the outfield more? The 0-1 pitch in on the hands. He went halfway around on appeal. He did not swing. 1-1 the count to Kobe Morales. He said, I like first base, but I'm going to go with the outfield. He prefers left field. Get more action out there, always on your feet, on your toes. Got all that stuff hit to you, so he'll enjoy playing left field today. 1-1 pitch from Giroux. Looked like a 2-seam fastball that tailed outwards, but catches the corner. Strike 2 to Morales out of Cypress College. Left-hand hitter against right-hand pitcher. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on, and swings at the outside pitch, chases, and does not get a piece. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Alex Giroux. He retires the Raptors in order. Both pitchers go 3 up, 3 down in the frame. We head to the second inning here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Thanks for joining us for West Coast League Baseball on the Raptors live stream.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community. With lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential midsize utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
Top of the second inning here from Ridgefield. Thanks for joining us as Nick Jennings goes back out for his second inning of action on the mound for the Raptors. 3 up, 3 down for Jennings and Ridgefield in the first inning. He now faces the cleanup hitter and Ryan Ball. A breaking ball to Ryan on the first pitch is outside ball 1. Designated hitter and second on the team with 4 hits is Ryan Ball. Second pitch, similar spot, but called a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike from Nick Jennings, who is trying to become the first West Coast League pitcher to earn 2 victories in this early season. Up and away on the third pitch of the at-bat. 2 balls and 1 strike to Ryan Ball. Second on the Pickles with 4 hits, although he has struck out 5 times, but batting .308 on the season so far. Look like a ball came onto the field, and John Peck goes out to retrieve it and throw it to Mark Magdaleno, coaching in the third base box here on a beautiful day in Ridgefield. Barely a cloud in the sky. The sun still about 2 hours away from setting in a game that's moved fast so far. 2-1 pitch, a breaking ball that falls in there for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Nick Jennings. 4 different Ridgefield pitchers have recorded wins this year for a 4-0 team in the Raptors. 2-2 pitch. Got him on the outside corner on a backdoor slider by Nick. All game, 2 in a row. 1 to close the first, 1 to start the second. And he matches his counterpart in Alex Giroux with 2 strikeouts. And he'll now face Ole Arnsten, one of the 2 players on this Pickles roster with a home run. 1 for 10 on the season, but his 1 hit was a long ball. A solo shot to left center field on Sunday against Wenatchee. Hits this one hard to center field. Going back on it as Hernandez backpedals to the warning track and makes the catch in front of the batter's eye. He was going back over his left shoulder and a couple steps in front of where the ball would land. He started backpedaling a couple more feet and pulled it in. Hernandez making his first start in center field this season. Has been playing in left field the last couple of games, but with Morales moving from first base to left field, that shifts Hernandez to center, where Tafton Hensley's not playing today. Next batter gets a first strike. It's Max Shore getting his first playing time in the West Coast League. He's heading to University of San Diego this season. He's an incoming freshman for San Diego. Next pitch just barely missed. 1 ball and 1 strike to Max Shore, playing catcher, highly recruited prospect. The 18-year-old was among the top 50 prospects all over the country. Comes from La Quinta, California. 1-1 pitch, off speed is a strike to Max Shore. Stands at 5'11", 185. Played for Team USA, the junior team in the Dominican Republic. So he's gotten some playing time around the neighborhood, playing baseball. Now coming up to Ridgefield to face the Raptors. 1-2 pitch to Shore. Spoils it and extends the at-bat. 1-2 still the count from Nick Jennings. There was 2 strikeouts in the first 5 batters he has faced, trying to work through Max Shore with 2 outs and nobody on base. A scoreless game here in the top of the second inning. Right-handed pitcher on right-handed batter. Nick Jennings kicks and an off-speed up high ball 2 to Max Shore. Jennings working from the far first base side of the rubber. Peers into his battery mate Cole Ehrman. Comes set, kicks, and fires. Again fouled off on the first base side. Max Shore battling, and the first playing time he's gotten just added to the roster. And will head back down to the Golden State for his collegiate season this upcoming year for San Diego. Here in the top of the second inning, 2-2 pitch from Nick Jennings. Fastball again, hit foul, almost in the identical spot. First base side and all three foul balls for Max Shore. Nick Jennings, who threw a first pitch strike 71% of the batters he faced in his first start, got ahead of a lot of hitters, and has a 2-2 count now to Max Shore, who's fighting and fouling off 3 straight pitches. Here's another 2-2 pitch from Jennings with 2 outs, hit towards the first base side and fouled off in the same direction. This one higher up in the air and lands on the softball field adjoining the primary baseball field here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. 53 acres of majestic turf here in Ridgefield. Yet another 2-2 pitch from Nick Jennings. Up high, ball 3, and Max Shore fouls off 4 consecutive pitches to then see a ball and work himself into a full count. Good at bat from Max Shore, and the first time he has had a plate appearance in the West Coast League. 3-2 pitch from Nick Jennings is above the belt, ball 4. Tremendous at bat from Max Shore to be the first base runner for either team today. Ryan Gardino to the plate, left fielder for the Portland Pickles. Nick Jennings walked just 1 batter in that Friday start when he went 6 innings, and has matched that now in the second inning, top of the frame. Here in the second inning, it's still scoreless with 2 outs, runner on first. Outfield playing a touch deep, especially in center field for Gardino, right-handed batter. First pitch is a called strike. No, it's called a ball, 1-0 count. I thought it looked like he made the signal for a strike, but it looked like he pointed down to first base. It was not the normal strike call that he had, although it looked right over the plate. And while he made the same signal that time, I think both pitches were strikes. I think it's 0-2 is the count. It was a late call on the first one. It should have been a strike. It was the correct call. No balls and 2 strikes from Nick Jennings to Ryan Gardino. In his first at-bat today, he's the 7-hole hitter. Short lead from first base for Max Shore. Jennings comes to the plate up high at the letters ball 1, 1-2. Both teams going down in order. Neither team having recorded a hit yet today. Ridgefield out hitting the Pickles yesterday 9-2 in that category. A 6-3 victory for Ridgefield to take game 1 of the series. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Gardino. Jennings fires and misses up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's gotten over the plate a lot. When he has missed, it's usually been up high or a few down low, but he's locating pretty well. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Nick Jennings. Looks at the runner and comes set. The right-hander peers in to Cole Ehrman. The 2-2 pitch is fouled back in the top part of the netting. And yet another gritty at-bat from the Portland Pickles. Mark Magdaleno, the head coach, was the hitting coach before the promotion, and these batters are fighting at the plate. Max Shore fouling off 4 pitches. Gardino doing some similar work here, extending the at-bat to now a 6th pitch here against Nick Jennings. 2 outs, runner on first. Off speed up high, ball 3. And Nick Jennings encountering a little bit of trouble, but has still yet to allow a hit in this ball game. But needing to find the strike zone here against Gardino to avoid putting a runner in scoring position. Now Max Shore is not being held on at first. He can run down to second on the delivery with a full count and 2 outs. Jennings throws. It's a ground ball past third base into left field. And the first base hit of the ball game. Max Shore runs to second and holds there. Kobe Morales gets the ball in. A 2-out base hit for Ryan Gardino. And there are 2 runners aboard with 2 outs. The 8-hole hitter Noah Guyette to the plate. The third baseman has yet to record a hit on the season in 8 at-bats. He has 1 walk on the year. It's a righty to lefty matchup for Guyette, with 2 runners aboard and 2 outs in the second inning. First pitch is a swung-on strike, a foul ball into the foot of Noah Guyette. Noah, who plays for Clark College, a 6', 195-pounder. Playing for head coach Mark Magdaleno, both at his college and in the West Coast League with the Pickles. 0-1 pitch upcoming from Jennings. Here it comes inside. Ball one, 1-1. Runners in first and second. No score yet at the Rourke. Outfield playing towards left center. Big hole in right center field to Noah Guyette. Nick Jennings with runners in first and second. Looks back at Max Shore, the runner at second. Throws the 1-1 and a called strike. Gets ahead of Noah Guyette. 1-2 is the count. A walk and a hit to put two runners aboard. The first two base runners we've seen for either team, but Nick Jennings a strike away from getting out of the second inning. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Looks at the runner at second. Fires and just below the knees. Ball 2. Definitely over the plate, but just a touch down. And Noah Guyette stays alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on in the second inning. Jennings looks at the runner, comes back to the plate, 2-2, swung on and fouled off his foot. It rolls all the way to Cody Darcy at third base, but a foul ball. Second time that Noah Guyette has fouled a ball into his own leg. Shakes it out and stays on his feet. Seems to be all right. Guyette steps back in for the 6th pitch. 3 batters in a row. Extending the at-bat to 6 or more pitches and fouling pitches off. Here's the 2-2 again. Inside, blocked by Ehrman. It'll be a full count yet again from Nick Jennings. He's pitched well. It's just been gritty at-bats from the Pickles to foul pitches off and good discipline on the pitches that just miss. Full count, runners in first and second with 2 outs. A scoreless tie in the second inning. Jennings throws the 3-2, swung on, hit to pretty deep left field, tailing foul, and will end out of play for another foul ball off the bat of Noah Guyette. And Nick Jennings is getting nothing easy off the Pickles today. Making him work for it here in the second inning. It was a easy 1-2-3 frame in the first. A ground out, a fly out, a strikeout. And this inning, even though he's still a strike away from getting out of it, has not been simple. Payoff pitch, the runners will go. It's hit towards second base. It gets through the infield for a base hit. Max Shore rounds third, will come to the plate. It's cut off by Enbody, throws to the plate, and the throw is not in time. An RBI base hit for Noah Guyette. His first hit of the season, and the Portland Pickles take their first lead of the series. A well-hit ball through the right side of the infield for Guyette, and Max Shore just barely cruised in from second base. The throw from right field from Caden Connor to the first baseman Dominic Enbody threw home and just barely didn't get him. Going from first to third is Ryan Gardino, so it's runners on the corners with 2 outs for Gabriel Arellano. First pitch is a ball to Arellano, who was the leadoff hitter yesterday. Now he's batting in the 9 hole. Went 0 for 3 yesterday with an RBI. He's batting 200 on the season. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Portland scoring 1 run here in the second inning. Pickles have runners on the corners. 1-0 pitch is hit to right field. Caden Connor has a play, drifts over, and makes the catch to end the inning and strand 2. But the Pickles strike first. They take a 1-0 lead here in the inning on 2 hits, 2 left on in the frame. Ridgefield playing from behind for the first time this weekend. Down 1-0 early in this ball game. Great day for baseball here in Southern Washington. Stay with us here on the Raptors live stream.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch exciting Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Play ball! Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors baseball, a great double play.
The Portland Pickles recording as many hits last inning as they did all of yesterday. 2 base hits in the frame and scoring 1 run in the second inning. So it's the Pickles 1 and the Raptors yet to score. Just the second time that Ridgefield has trailed in a game this season. The Bend Elks took a 1-0 lead in the second game of that series, but Ridgefield scored not the very next half inning, but an inning after that, and never trailed since then. Will Chambers to the plate to lead off the bottom of the second inning. Checks his swing on the first pitch and a called ball to Will, who's arguably been the best hitter in the season so far for the Raptors. He does lead the team with 7 base hits, tied for that team lead on 15 at-bats. 1-0 pitch to Will is down, ball 2 to the switch hitter, who has been hitting well from both sides of the plate. Hit the home run on the right side, but has some base hits on the left side as well. Went opposite way from the right side over the right field fence. A called strike on the 2-0 pitch. That looked a touch inside, but it's 2-1 to Chambers, who's still ahead in the count. Has drawn 2 walks this season, tied for the team lead with 5 runs batted in. 2-1 pitch from Alex Giroux. Two-seam fastball that almost came back in to the zone, but stays inside. 3 balls and 1 strike to Will Chambers out of College of the Canyons. Southern California native. 3-1 count, swings and misses it. Swung right over that one. It's a full count to Will. 21-year-old freshman. Will still be a freshman eligibility-wise this upcoming season. Alex Giroux working quickly. A ground ball to second base, fielded by High Rose, throws to first for the out. And a 6-pitch ground out for Will Chambers. Brings up Cody Darcy to the plate. Tied for the team lead with Will Chambers with 7 hits. 1 double, 3 home runs to lead the team in that category. 5 RBIs, has scored 7 runs to lead all players on the roster. Cody Darcy, the third baseman. First at bat against Alex Giroux. First pitch is a strike. Using a new bat, splintered it against Bend in the Saturday game. It was a bat that he had used for about a year, so he had to go to a new option starting with the Sunday game and hit 2 home runs in that contest. The 0-1 pitch, a called strike, 0-2. Luckily, he had a backup that had been a Christmas present from 6 months prior, so he pulled that one out to use in Sunday's game and hit home runs and back-to-back at-bats in that contest. 0-2 pitch is outside, ball 1. The Christmas present from his grandmother, Grandma Welma, and Grandpa Wayne, who he says watch every game from Myrtle Beach. So a shout out to the grandparents for the bat that he's been using well. Checks his swing, and he did go around on the 1-2 pitch. So Cody Darcy will have to wait another at-bat to use that bat to put the ball in play. He does strike out this time around. Dominic Enbody to the plate for his first plate appearance of the ball game, playing first base and getting his second start. Third game played for Dominic. 2 for 4 on the year with a double. Alex Giroux throws a first pitch strike. Dominic, when I was talking to him before the game, was excited about starting and says, thankfully it's a right-hander on the mound. Alex Giroux, the righty, throws a 0-1 pitch down low, ball 1. Dominic, a left-handed hitter, feels much more confident against right-handed pitchers, hunts fastball and likes to take right-handers as deep as he can. Hit the first home run in Raptors history back in 2019. 2-1 pitch. No, the 1-1 pitch is a ball. It's 2-1 now to Enbody. 2 outs, nobody on base. It's a 1-0 lead for the Pickles in the bottom of the second inning. 2 balls and 1 strike. Enbody swings a touch late and fouls it. Popped up on the third base side. Hit that home run against Yakima Valley in June of 2019. the season opener, the franchise opener, and Enbody hit the home run to right center field. The lefty pull hitter has got the outfield actually shading towards left field for this at-bat. 2 balls and 2 strikes, way outside on the 2-2. Works a full count with 2 outs and nobody on base. Ridgefield looking for its first hit of the ball game as we stand in the 2nd inning. Here's the payoff pitch from Giroux. Swung on and fouled. Almost the same spot as his foul ball moments ago. Against Alex Giroux, the sophomore out of Clark College. Against the University of Antelope Valley product and Dominic Enbody. Another payoff pitch down low, and Dominic works a walk. His 3rd base on balls of the season. Tremendous on base percentage. He's had 4 at-bats, 7 plate appearances with now 3 walks on the year. Walks on 7 pitches, and that brings up Cole Ehrman. That his first triple of the year. Joined Caden Connor in the triple party yesterday. Not only do they share that in common, they're also from the same school, Cal State Fullerton. In fact, there were 3 triples in the ballgame if you include the Pickles lineup. Jacob Jablonski tripling yesterday. Cole Ehrman now steps in with the runner on first, 2 outs. First pitch blocked by the catcher, Max Shore. 1-0 the count to Cole Ehrman, who is 4 for 13 on the season, getting his first at-bat of the ball game. The 7-hole hitter digs in with 2 outs and a runner on first. Mark Magdaleno coming out and needing to discuss things with the battery of Alex Giroux and Max Shore, who walk out together to the mound, and Magdaleno will go over the signs or whatever it may be. He also seems to have requested the umpire to come out and chat with the trio of Pickles. So talking things through at the mound, and they're going to make a change. Alex Giroux, who cruised through the first inning and a half, is coming out of this ball game suddenly in the middle of an at-bat. Magdaleno came out quickly and seemed to know right away he was making a change. Giroux does not allow a hit in this ball game and exits with 2 outs in the 2nd inning. Has only walked 1 batter, is the only base runner he has allowed today. So we'll get another Portland Pickle pitcher coming in, first reliever of the ball game, with Magdaleno making the switch. Hope that Giroux is healthy and nothing wrong in that category, hopefully. Either way, it'll be a 1-0 count that the new pitcher will inherit against Cole Ehrman with 2 outs, a runner on first. The new pitcher for the Pickles is Eric Hill, a right-hander out of Cal State Chico. 6'3", 210-pounder. He has made 1 appearance on the season, pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 3 in a scoreless pair of innings against Wenatchee. Portland playing that 3-game series against the Wenatchee Apple Sox to open up the West Coast League season. Portland taking the first and third games of that series. They've flopped wins and losses this year, losing the first game of this series against Ridgefield. Meanwhile, the Raptors have won each game so far, last night being the most dramatic of those games. A 3-run margin was the smallest, and it felt pretty small in the 8th inning when Portland loaded the bases with nobody out. Andrew Trotman came in to pitch for the Raptors and induced 3 straight outs to allow just 1 run in that frame and earn the save, the first save by any Raptors pitcher this season. And the bullpen has been good for Ridgefield. And speaking of the bullpen, the Portland Pickles using their reliever for the first time. So Eric Hill comes in, got a runner on first and Dominic Enbody. Eric Hill taking plenty of time, since I'm not sure if he really got a full bullpen usage. He got his full pitches out there. So perhaps it was an injury for Giroux, because when there's an injury, the new pitcher is allowed as much time as he wants coming in to replace the previous pitcher, and Eric Hill taking his time, as he should, to get warm for the Pickles. So Ridgefield with a runner on first and 2 outs in the inning, yet to record a hit. It's been a hot hitting lineup for the Raptors so far this season, recording 46 hits in that opening series. Every other team was hovering around 15 to 20, topping out at 26. So Ridgefield recording 20 more hits than any other team in the league, and then had 9 hits yesterday, which is a respectable number, and it was still the fewest hits in any game so far for the Raptors. A 1-0 game right now with the Portland Pickles leading over the Raptors. Bottom of the second inning. Eric Hill is ready. Cole Ehrman steps back in, saw first pitch ball, and then had to wait a few minutes before seeing the second pitch of this at-bat. 2 outs, runner on first. Eric Hill ready. The right-hander throws up and in, ball 2 to Cole Ehrman. Outfield playing pretty straight up. Center fielder Ariano a few feet to the right of second base. 2 balls and no strikes to Cole Ehrman. Overhand delivery from Eric Hill, is inside, ball 3. Two outs in the bottom of the second. Cole Ehrman ahead 3-0 with a runner on first, trying to tie this ball game up. And catches the inside corner to Cole. Strike 1 from Eric Hill. Cal State Chico against Cal State Fullerton in this pitcher-batter matchup with 2 outs. Here's the 3-1 pitch up by the head of Cole Ehrman, and ball 4. Bends away from it and trots down to first for the second straight walk issued by Pickles pitchers. Dominic Enbody into scoring position. Brings up Reese Hernandez, starting center fielder, who himself has been having a penchant for walks himself, similar to the previous 2 batters for the Raptors who both walked. Reese has 5 at-bats on the year. He's 1 for 5, but he's also walked 3 times. Leads the team in walks, even though he's only had 8 plate appearances. Less than half of most of his teammates in the starting lineup. Here's the first pitch from Eric Hill to Reese Hernandez. Down, ball 1 to Reese out of San Jose State. His 1 hit was a double. He has an RBI, has scored 4 runs. Pretty good ratio of hits to runs. 1 hit and 4 runs scored on the year. When he gets on base, he tends to score. Trying to get on base here. It's a 1-0 pitch to Hernandez. Swings and fouls it back. Good catch in the on-deck circle by Tanner Jocks. One-hands that one with the batting glove. The Linfield product will be next up if the inning extends to the 9-hole hitter in Tanner Jocks. Hernandez, the left-handed batter against right-handed pitcher with runners in first and second. 2 outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Hill. Swung on to left field. It'll land for a base hit. Coming around third and trying to score will be Enbody. He will score without a throw. And the Ridgefield Raptors tie up the ball game 1 apiece on an RBI single by Reese Hernandez. Cole Ehrman holds at second. Enbody scoring from second base on the slap base hit over the third baseman. The first single of the season for Reese Hernandez. Gets his second RBI on the year on his second hit. And that does bring up the 9-hole hitter in Tanner Jocks. 2 outs and still runners in first and second. That run will be charged to Alex Giroux, the starter. Was the only base runner he had allowed and the only runner he was responsible for. First pitch is a ball to Tanner Jocks. Giroux came in relief here in the second inning with 2 outs and just a runner on first. Walked the first batter he saw and allowed a single to the second. It's a 1-1 ball game here in the second inning. 1-0 pitch from Hill, up and in, ball 2. Ridgefield apparently does not like trailing in ball games. They've only been down to a team twice this season, and both times they came back to erase the deficit very quickly after that, including this time just the very next half inning. We'll get a mound visit from Brian Grant, the pitching coach for the Pickles. Just 2 batters after Eric Hill came into this ball game. And second time that a Pickles coach has walked out to the mound. First time was Mark Magdaleno and made a pitching change right there in the second inning This time Brian Grant will talk things over with Eric Hill. And Hill will keep on going in the second inning. 2 outs. It's been a 2-out rally as the first 2 batters of this inning both were retired. A ground out and a strikeout. And it looked like Ridgefield was going to go quietly in the second inning and come back out to the field still trailing 1-0, but then it went walk, single. And all of a sudden, it's a tie ball game. Tanner Jocks, who is tied for the team lead with 5 RBIs on the year, is 4 for 15 so far this season. Steps back in, already ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Eric Hill, after the chat with Brian Grant, back on the mound, throws the 2-0, hit way deep to left field. Tanner Jocks gets a hold of this one, and it is caught at the wall by the left fielder Ryan Gardino. Lost his hat in the process and makes the catch at the fence for Tanner Jocks, who got all of that one. And the wind blowing in from left field perhaps just kept that one in, because Jocks barreled that one up to deep left field. And right after that one was caught, the wind dies down a little bit. Jocks nearly got a hold of it for a 3-run home run, but it ends in a fly out to left field. And Ridgefield scores just the 1 run to tie up the ball game. 1 hit on the inning, an RBI by Reese Hernandez. We head to the third, a 1-1 score between the Pickles and your Ridgefield Raptors.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less. With buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. It's like finding extra fries at the bottom of your bag. But they're boneless wings, and there's twice as many of them. What is this sorcery? It's Boneless Thursdays at B-Dubs, available for dine-in, takeout, and delivery. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app, subject to availability. Fees may apply, plus taxes.
Ridgefield Raptors tying up the ball game at 1 apiece against the Portland Pickles. Nick Jennings had a long wait in the dugout between his second inning of work and his third. He gave up 1 run in that second inning, comes back out and will face the leadoff hitter, Daniel Highrose. First pitch swinging, hits a hard to left center field. Hernandez drifting over from center, gets under it and makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Nick Jennings. Much different tempo than the second inning when he worked through full counts to 3 batters in a row, walked 1, gave a single, and then an RBI single after that. Finally induced a flyout to end the inning. He had retired the first 5 batters he faced and continued to pitch well. He didn't lose control. It was just a lot of foul balls and tough at-bats from the Pickles, and still only allowed 1 run in the frame. First pitch is a strike to Gabe Scoro, who flew out to right field in his first at-bat. He's 3 for 13 on the season. Nick Jennings' second pitch fools Scoro. Swings and misses, 0-2 the count, with a 1-1 tie here in the top of the third inning. 1 out, nobody on for the Eastern Oregon right-handed pitcher Nick Jennings. Finally allowed his first earned run of the season, last frame, down and away on the 0-2, ball 1. This is his 9th inning of work here in the season. Here in the third, 1-2 count from Nick Jennings. Kicks and throws inside. Ball 2. 2-2 the count for Jennings. He's allowed 2 hits, both in the second inning. Ridgefield batters with 1 hit, also in that second. 2-2 pitch, fouled into the netting. Looks like Jennings looked more in control in that one, coming straight to the plate, keeping his body, upper body over the knees and throwing through the plate. It's a foul ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. Jennings winds, and the right-hander skips one to home, picked by Cole Ehrman, the catcher. The defensive alignment for Ridgefield got Kobe Morales in left, Reese Hernandez in center, Caden Connor in right, Cody Darcy, the third baseman, John Peck at short, Tanner Jocks at second, and Dominic Enbody at first. Payoff pitch is down and away, ball 4. And Nick Jennings has walked his second batter of the ball game, only walked 1 in his first start in 6 innings against the Elks, and now walks 2 batters in the first 3 innings. 1 away here in the 3rd inning, and a runner on first. Jacob Jablonski steps to the plate. Jacob, who is from Chico State, the shortstop, left-handed batter. First pitch catches the outer half, strike 1 to the 6'3", 215-pound Jacob Jablonski, a switch hitter out of Palmdale, California, and Paraclete High School. Went to Arkansas State for 3 years. Transferred out of Jonesboro to Chico State. 0-1 pitch upcoming from Nick Jennings. The right-hander fires, slapped into right field. Base hit right at the right fielder, Caden Connor, who throws back in to hold the runner at second base, and Gabe Scoro. So Scoro in scoring position. Jacob Jablonski, a single, his first hit of the day. 3rd hit for the Pickles in this ball game. 1 out, runners in first and second. Off of Nick Jennings, the starting pitcher for the Raptors. Cleanup hitter to the plate, that's Ryan Ball, who struck out looking in the 2nd inning. His 6th strikeout of the year, but he's still second on the team with 4 hits. Short leadoff from second base for Scoro. Swung on and grounded towards first base. Fielded foul by about a yard by Dominic Enbody. 0-1 the count from Nick Jennings. Nick, who has a 4-seam fastball, a cutter, and a slider. A 1 pitch from Jennings is down low, skips away from the catcher. Ehrman will have a play at third, throws to third, and just safe on the play as Scoro dives in. It was right on the edge of should he go, should he not. The ball was skipping down the third base line or towards that side for Ehrman, who scooped it up barehanded and threw down to Cody Darcy. Throw just quite did not beat him at third. Both runners advance on the wild pitch. Jablonski to second, Scoro to third. 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. The 1-1 pitch, grounded foul, first base side. It was in the dirt and blocked by Ehrman and blocked towards the third base side. And Scoro had a pretty good jump and dove in just ahead of the tag. So runners on second and third, 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. It's a 1-1 tie between the Raptors and the Pickles. Ridgefield going for the series win today. 1-2 pitch from Jennings, hit towards center field, and it'll stay in the infield, and it's caught by the shortstop, John Peck. Makes the nice catch, and there are 2 away in the inning. There's just a little looper off the handle of Ryan Ball. And that's the 2nd out of the inning. Brings up Ole Arnston. Flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Arnston out of Southern Illinois, Edwardsville. Right-handed batter against right-handed pitcher. Swings and lines one up the middle. A base hit that'll score at least 1. Hernandez will throw it in. It's a 2 RBI base hit for Arnston on the first pitch he sees that scores Gabe Scoro and Jacob Jablonski. It's a 3-1 ball game. The Pickles on top on the 2nd hit of the year for Arnston. His 2nd RBI. And he's aboard at first base with 2 outs. Jennings nearly got out of it. Had runners in second and third with 1 out. Got a line out and then a first pitch liner that was hit nearly to the same spot as the line out. First pitch swinging for Max Shore. Doesn't get it. 0-1 the count to Max, who fought and battled and worked through an extended at-bat in the 2nd inning. Ended up in a walk, and he scored the first run of the ball game for either team. Now gets the second plate appearance of his West Coast League career with 2 outs and a runner on first. A 1 pitch is sprayed foul. Hit 3 foul balls to that side in the first at-bat. Now hits another. In the on-deck circle for the Pickles is Gardino, who had a single in the second inning to extend that frame and allow Noah Guyette to record the RBI single right after him. It's Ridgefield 1, Portland 3 now in the top of the third inning. Nick Jennings comes set after looking at the runner at first. Throws the 0-2 pitch, hit on the ground towards short. John Peck backhands it deep in the hole. Noah gets through him. He probably would not have had a play anyways, even if he fielded that one cleanly. It is a single for Max Shore, who has gotten on base both times in his West Coast League debut. A walk and a single for Max. Arnston down to second. And this third inning continues with still 2 outs in the frame. Ryan Gardino to the plate. Nick Jennings allowing 3 hits in the inning and a walk. 5 hits for the Pickles so far. 3-1 is the score. First pitch to Gardino is over the plate. Strike 1 from Jennings. Throws a lot of fastballs, mostly middle in. Gets a lot of swing and misses on him in the season opener against Bend, and 9 strikeouts. Throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, as he did here. 0-1 count from Jennings. That one's outside. Ball 1. 1-1 the count with 2 outs, runners in first and second. The Pickles leading 3-1 as Jennings tries to close the top of the third inning. Righty on righty here in the bottom or the top of the third. Jennings off speed and popped up. It'll likely get out of play, and it will land out of reach of Dominic Enbody, the first baseman. A 1-2 count to Gardino, with the shadows lengthening across the field here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Jennings' shadow, the pitcher, stretching halfway towards first base. Comes set for the 1-2 pitch. A fastball fouled back. Second straight foul off the bat of Ryan Gardino. 1 for 1 on the ball game in the 7 hole. Playing left field today. Made a nice catch just in front of the wall on a shot to left field by Tanner Jocks that just barely stayed in the yard. Right in front of the Ridgefield bullpen. 1-2 pitch yet again from Nick Jennings, and got him swinging to end the inning. A tough frame, but Jennings gets out of it to strand 2. Has stranded 4 Pickle base runners in the last couple of innings, but he has also allowed 3 runs in the last couple of innings. But it's still a close ball game. 3-1 is the score. When we come back in the bottom of the third, the Raptors will send up the top of the order. Caden Connor, John Peck, and Kobe Morales on tap for the Raptors. It's a 3-1 ball game. Raptors coming up after this.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears, treats in my mouth, and peace of mind knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Bottom of the third inning from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Sunny day, but not too hot, with temperatures in the mid-60s most of this afternoon in southern Washington. 63 degrees right now. By the game's conclusion, we'll dip into the high 50s here in Ridgefield. Eric Hill coming back out to pitch for the Portland Pickles, with Ridgefield tagging Portland for 1 run to tie up the ball game last inning, but the Pickles came back to score 2 in the third to reclaim the lead. It's a 3-1 score. The Pickles on top. Top of the order ready for the Ridgefield Raptors with Caden Connor, John Peck, and Kobe Morales up to the plate. They went down in order in the first inning. They now get a second chance coming up in that order here in the third. The right fielder, the shortstop, and the left fielder, respectively, to open things up in the bottom of the third for Ridgefield. Eric Hill, the right-handed pitcher, against left-handed batter Caden Connor. First pitch, a called strike on Caden. Scores around the league: Walla Walla ahead of Wenatchee 3-2. Yakima Valley leading Bellingham 5-0. Corvallis already defeated Port Angeles in an afternoon game 4-3. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Caden Connor, outside, ball 1. Cowlitz and Bend were able to play a portion of their ball game, intended to have a doubleheader, got through 5 innings and had to postpone that one, or essentially call it a completed ball game with rain down in Bend. 1-1 pitch is sprayed foul, 1 ball and 2 strikes. By getting through 5 innings, it will count as a completed game. Cowlitz finished the 5th inning up 2-1. They did not play last night due to weather, so they get 1 game in today and will try to play 2 tomorrow in Central Oregon. So Cowlitz gets the first game against Bend, with Bend having lost all 3 to Ridgefield last series. 1-2 pitch to Caden Connor. Good eye, ball 2. Just off the plate, 2-2 the count to Caden Connor. Having a fun summer so far up here in the Pacific Northwest and batting well, leading the team with 7 base hits so far. 2-2 pitch, swings at it, grounds it to second base on 3 hops. It's scooped up by Daniel Hirose, throws to first, and gets him in time for the ground out. 1 away in the bottom of the third. Ridgefield brings up John Peck with a 3-1 deficit to the Portland Pickles. Good work by Eric Hill, who came in the second inning with some difficult work. It was an awkward situation with only 6 batters faced by the starter and Alex Giroux. Allowed just 1 base runner, but came in suddenly and gave up the 1 run. Ball down and away to John Peck. It was not an earned run for Eric Hill, since the 1 batter who scored was on base via a walk off of Giroux. He gave up a walk and a single, did Eric Hill. Eric, the right-hand pitcher, throws the 1-0 to Peck over the plate and a called strike to John. The Pepperdine infielder, who grew up not far away, likes the campus there, and will go back down to California for the upcoming season after this summer with Ridgefield. 1-1 pitch, just misses, ball 2. 2-1 to John Peck. No runners aboard, 1 out. Bottom of the third inning, it's a 3-1 lead for the Portland Pickles. Biggest hole in the outfield is the left center for John Peck, a right-handed batter. 2-1 pitch, hits it hard to left center, way high. Both outfielders going back. The left fielder has a play, loses his hat. Gardino makes the catch. Second time he's caught a fly ball, sands the baseball cap. And it's out number 2 in the third inning. This game 2 of the series, presented by Natura Pest Control. Got their little gazebo out on the third base side of the terrace, handing out some goodies to the kids walking through. 2 outs, nobody on base for Kobe Morales. Ball outside to Kobe. 6 for 20 on the year, has hit for the cycle over the course of the season, with 1 apiece for doubles, triples, and home runs. 1-0 pitch to Kobe is swung on and hit over the shortstop's head. It'll dunk in for a base hit. Second hit of the ball game for the Raptors. And Morales is aboard at first base. Kind of reached out with the hands and just poked it into center field. And Morales on board, using all of his 6'3", 230 pounds to place that one into shallow center. Brings up Will Chambers. A ground out in the second inning to the right side. Had one base hit yesterday to tie the team lead with 7 hits on the season. 2 outs, runner on first. Eric Hill throws down low, ball 1. Will Chambers has often batted on both sides of the plate in each game this season, with a lot of relievers coming in, and so he'll commonly see both right-handed and left-handed pitchers. But having seen his second pitcher now, both being right-handers, swings and hits one real hard to left field. This one's got a chance to go, and it does get over the fence. A 2-run game-tying home run for Will Chambers, his second homer of the year for the Southern California native, and Will Chambers put a dent in that one to left center. Taps helmets with Kobe Morales, both of whom score here in the third inning. A 2-out blast for Will Chambers. And he has knotted this game up at 3 runs apiece. He has now hit home runs from both sides of the plate this season. And both times he hit it, he went opposite way. He hit a home run to right field, but that was from the right side of the plate. He hit a home run to left field, and that was from the left side of the plate. Batting left that time. First pitch is a ball to Cody Darcy, who, even with that Will Chambers home run, still has the lead on the team with 3 homers. So he'll try perhaps to extend his lead or just get on base, more importantly. Second pitch, a touch high, ball 2 to Cody Darcy. 3 homers on the year. 2 of them were in the same game. In fact, he had all 3 of his home runs in a matter of 4 at-bats between Sunday's finale against Benz and yesterday's game against the Pickles. Darcy has hit one to each side of the field, although all 3 towards center field. We'll get a mound visit from Brian Grant. Cody Darcy hit one over the batter's eye, hit one to left field, left center field, and right center field. Hasn't hit anything deep down towards the lines. I told him before today's game, all right, now you got to really spread it out. Hit one off the foul pole on left and hit one off the foul pole on right. And he said, maybe right field, but I don't think I've ever hit a home run in the corner to left. He's not a pull hitter. He's a right-handed hitter, but likes to go oppo. And it took him his 3rd home run before he hit one to anywhere in right field. And it was right center on his 3rd home run. After the mound visit, Darcy back to the batter's box as the 2-0 count from Eric Hill. Nobody on base, 2 outs, a tie ball game. Darcy checks his swing, and it's called a ball. Looked over the plate, but must have been low. 3-0 the count from Eric Hill. Has worked 1 inning of work officially now, trying to go 1 1/3. 3-0 pitch, over the plate, strike 1. To Cody Darcy, headed to Nichols State this upcoming academic year, already graduated in sport management out of Xavier. Comes back to his hometown state in Washington. Ball 4 to Darcy down low. On the 3-1 pitch is not close. He works a 5-pitch walk. His 3rd base on balls of the season, and Ridgefield has its 3rd base runner of the game, of the inning, I should say. This inning went ground out, fly out, single home run walk. Both innings that Ridgefield has scored, in those innings, the first 2 batters got out. And it was 2-out rallies both times. And having scored 3 runs now, we should see a pitching change, as this is the 2nd mound visit of the inning, this time by head coach Mark Magdaleno, who takes the ball from Eric Hill, who goes 1 inning in this game. He allows 2 earned runs, both on a home run by Will Chambers, the designated hitter. And we will see another right-hander, which Dominic Enbody is glad to see. He was the one who remarked, "I'm glad I'm facing a right-hander today." Enbody in the first inning was the final batter to face Alex Giroux. He does not face Eric Hill, who faces 8 batters. The only one he didn't see in the starting lineup was Dominic Enbody. So Dominic will see the first and third pitchers of the game against the Pickles. Another right-hander for Portland will be Andrew Del Biagio, a 6-foot, 185-pound righty from Linfield. The fourth batter he will face, if he does stay in for this inning, if it goes that long, or next inning, fourth batter would be Tanner Jocks, a fellow Linfield Wildcat. But the first batter he'll face is the University of Antelope Valley utility player in Dominic Enbody. Worked a walk in that second inning and came around to score. He was the only Raptor to score until this inning when Will Chambers plated 2 on a blast to left field. That's the first home run that's gone to that part of the ballpark. The furthest home run towards left field was Cody Darcy's home run. That was barely to left center. It was almost over the batter's eye, but just shaded a few yards to left field. But Will Chambers in that opposite field home run nearly hit it off the foul pole in left field. That's just in terms of it's off the bullpen. That's the distance it is from the foul pole. So about 70 feet from the left field foul pole. And for how this park plays, that's about as far left field as you'll get. You don't see a lot of home runs to the bullpen in left field, but to right field, you will. You'll see balls hit over the bullpen to the grassy berm in right field. But Will Chambers hits one to left for his first home run from the left-hand side of the batter's box. Has hit one from each side and scores the third run of the ball game to tie this contest up at 3-3. Both times that Portland has taken a lead, Ridgefield comes back the very next half inning to tie it up. It's a 3-3 score here in the bottom of the third inning. And Dominic Enbody ready to step back in. He got into the batter's box for just a moment before Mark Magdaleno walked down to the dugout for the Pickles to make the change. So Enbody steps back in, taps the plate a couple times, and is prepared for Andrew Del Biagio, 6', 185, Linfield right-hander. 2 outs, runner on first. First pitch is a ball to Enbody outside. Cody Darcy stands on first, having walked on 5 pitches a few minutes ago. One 1-0 pitch from Del Biagio, fouled at the plate. It'll be 1-1. It might have hit the bat twice. It looked like it might have caught the bat a second time on the backswing, or perhaps glanced off of Enbody himself. Either way, a foul ball. Must have glanced off him, I believe. Hit the ground and then bounced back up. 1-1 the count with 2 outs and a runner on first. Del Biagio holds the glove outward from his body. A 2-seam fastball is called a strike. Just barely hits the outside corner. Looked outside, but is called a strike. 1-2 the count to Enbody. Runner on first is Cody Darcy. Takes a medium-sized lead, being held on at first by Arnston. Del Biagio comes with the 1-2 pitch, off speed, hit on one hop to the second baseman. High Rose fields at the chest and throws to first to end the inning. So Portland scores 1 run in the second and 2 runs in the third. Ridgefield scores 1 run in the second, 2 runs in the third. We're playing match right now between the Raptors and the Pickles. It's a 3-3 ball game. Knotted up as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Stay with us on the Raptors live stream.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
Found a giant spider in my bed.
Stepped outside and a hornet's stung my head.
Got ants around my sink,
And I am starting to think the experts that I know are gonna make me pest-free. Natura Pest Control, killing your bugs and rodents, baby. Natura Pest Control. Call today, get a quote for free.
Couldn't ask for a better day of weather for baseball here in southern Washington, and it's been a good game so far between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Portland Pickles. It's a 3-3 ball game. These teams going back and forth. The Pickles taking a lead, Ridgefield erasing it. Happened the second time, and perhaps Portland will come right back with it in this inning. The leadoff hitter for the Pickles is Noah Guyette. Had the first RBI of the ball game for Ridgefield. Looks like we are seeing a new pitcher for the Raptors. It's Ryan Pitts making his second appearance. First pitch is fouled off the hands of Noah Guyette. Ryan Pitts coming in with a couple appearances. He played in the exhibition game, was his first appearance, and then also made a West Coast League appearance recently. 0-1 pitch is a called strike. Ryan is a Vancouver kid. Wears number 16, a right-hander. Worked 2 innings of scoreless work. The 0-2 pitch fouled into the netting. Ryan gave up 2 walks in those 2 innings against Bend. It was the combined shutout against the Elks, a 13-0 win for Ridgefield. Ryan 2 innings, struck out 1, and earned the victory in that game. Now comes out in the top of the 4th inning against the Portland Pickles, a 3-3 tie. 0-2 pitch, off speed, a ground ball to second base. Tanner Jocks goes to his right to field, throws hard to first, and gets him in time. Nice play by Tanner Jocks, who had to make a good run towards second base. He was shaded well towards first. Had to run up the middle away from his glove side to field it and throw to first for the ground out. Tanner Jocks made a spectacular play behind the second base bag last night. His first game this season playing second base. He's normally a shortstop. As Ryan Pitts throws a first pitch breaking ball, a called strike to Gabriel Arellano, the 9-hole hitter, 0 for 1. Jocks fielded the ground ball behind the second base bag. It was 1 out and a runner on first in that situation. 0-1 pitch swung on, grounded towards the right side. Tough play. Morales fields her end body, throws to first. Pitts covering, and the pitcher makes the play in time. Ryan Pitts losing the cap at the mound and sprinted toward first. End body made the play, underhanding to Pitts just in time to get Arellano 3-1 on the ground out. It was a high hit ball, grounded up in the air and not very hard, so it took a while to get to end body, and it looked like nobody was going to cover in time, but Ryan Pitts flew in and recorded the putout. Back to the top of the order, Daniel Hirose, 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch shows bunt, did make an attempt at it, a strike on Hirose. So on that play when Jocks fielded the ball behind the second base bag, John Peck came over to cover second, and he just flipped the ball out of the glove to second. Peck grabbed it, threw to first, completed the inning-ending double play. Ball down and away, and the cap falls off the head of Ryan Pitts as he throws that pitch. Lost it earlier when covering first, now loses it on a pitch. Not quite as dramatic as last night when Andrew Trotman not only had his hat go to the turf, but his entire body. He slipped twice in the same inning through the rain last night. 1-1 pitch is fouled out of play. 1-2 the count. Trotman, who gave some critical innings for Ridgefield, bases loaded, no outs, and got out of it, giving up just a run to help preserve the win for the Raptors last night. Got the well-deserved save last night. 1-2 pitch from Ryan Pitts is down, ball 2. I asked Tanner Jocks about the ground ball yesterday, if he had planned on doing that, and at first he said, I thought I would have to dive, and then once I realized I could get it on the run, I thought going away from my glove side, I didn't think I could make the transfer and throw backwards, so I just flipped it out of the glove. He said he has never done that before in a game. 2-2 pitch, down low, ball 3, full count to Daniel Hirose. I asked John Peck about the same play, the shortstop who made the put out at second and then the assist down to first, and he said he'd never been on the receiving end of a play like that. So both guys doing something new here with the Raptors. 3-2 pitch, a half-hearted swing from Daniel Hirose. Makes an attempt at a pitch off the plate, and it is a strikeout swinging the leadoff hitter. And it's a 3-up, 3-down frame for Ryan Pitts. A ground out, another ground out, and a strikeout for Ryan. And it's been the easiest inning since the first. It's a 3-3 ball game. The Raptors try to take their first lead of the contest as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings has bundles of wings and fries so you can get more for less. With individual size bundles starting at just $9.99 and the 40-wing family XL bundle for only $39.99. It doesn't take a degree in chicken economics to know a good deal when it's pecking you in the face. Order wing bundles for takeout or delivery, part of the win-win value lineup at B-Dubs. At participating locations for a limited time only for takeout or delivery through Buffalo Wild Wings app and website. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Taxes extra.
Fun day of baseball so far here in Ridgefield. A new pitcher for the Pickles, or the guy who just came in last inning, Andrew Del Biagio, returns for Portland. A 3-3 ball game in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ridgefield yet to lead in this game, but they've only trailed for a couple of half innings. Trailed in the top of the 2nd when Portland scored the first run of the game. Tied it up with a run in the bottom of the 2nd. Then trailed by 2 runs in the top of the 3rd, but it took just 1 half inning for Will Chambers to launch a ball to left field for a 2-run home run to tie it back up. And now if Ridgefield intends to keep on matching the Pickles, they'll have to go scoreless here in the 4th. But at some point, they hope to break off that trend and take a lead. 3-3 the ball game. And Cole Ehrman to the plate, walked in the 2nd inning. And now his 2nd plate appearance of the day, this time facing a different right-hander, Andrew Del Biagio. Ehrman never faced the starter. Alex Giroux only saw 6 batters in the ball game. Ehrman, the 7-hole hitter. First pitch pops to the glove for a called strike by Chad Little, home plate umpire today. John Paulin, the field umpire. 0-1 pitch, down, ball 1, 1-1. Cole Ehrman, 4 for 13 on the season. The right-handed catcher watches ball 2. 2-1 the count to Cole. From Temecula, California, and Temecula Valley High School. The 2-1 pitch swings and grounds it to short. Jablonski fields and throws to first on the run. And throws right on the money to Arnston. Good play by Jablonski to attack that ball. Reached out with the glove hand and fielded it on the short hop and threw straight to first for the out. 1 away in the 4th inning. Ridgefield has yet to get a leadoff hitter aboard. In fact, every inning, the first 2 Ridgefield batters have gotten out. But in the 2nd inning, after the first 2 batters got out, it was a walk, and a single to score a run. That tied the game up. Here's Reese Hernandez. First pitch, a called strike. Then in the 3rd inning, after the first 2 batters got out, it was single home run to score 2. 0-1 pitch, outside, ball 1 from Del Biagio. Right-handed pitcher to left-handed batter in Hernandez, who had an RBI single in his first at-bat. 1-1 pitch is a strike. 2 RBIs now in the season for the Spartan of San Jose State. 1-2 pitch, way out, ball 2. Reese has scored 4 times this season on just 9 plate appearances. 2-2 pitch from Del Biagio. Swung on and got under it and fouled it towards the Ridgefield Raptors merch table. Little gazebo out on the third base side. Pretty sunny day here with the sun still a ways away from setting. Temperatures in the low 60s. 2-2 pitch from Del Biagio. Fastball out, ball 3. Outfield shaded towards left center, but the right fielder playing straight up, so a big hole in right center. Payoff pitch, swung on and swung over it. Strike 3 of Reese Hernandez, 2 away, and the Raptors continue the trend of recording outs on their first 2 batters. But that has not been a problem for the Raptors, who have scored 3 runs through the first 3 innings. And now in the 4th, they have 2 outs, nobody on. Tanner Jocks to the plate, flew out to left field in a ball that looked like it might have left the yard. Rona's right off the bat. First pitch is a ball, 1-0. Into the wind in left field, and it was caught at the track by Gardino, the left fielder. 1-0 pitch, also misses. 2-0 the count from Del Biagio, righty on righty here. Del Biagio, a right-hander out of Linfield College. Tanner Jocks, a right-handed batter out of Linfield College. 2-0 pitch, fouled into the netting. First time that these 2 players have matched up against each other in the West Coast League. Some Wildcat on Wildcat action here with 2 outs in the 4th inning. 2-1 pitch, Del Biagio off speed up high. 3-1 the count. The 3-1 pitch to Tanner Jocks, hits it towards short. It gets through Jablonski and into left field. Tanner Jocks is aboard, and for the 3rd straight inning, Ridgefield gets to a 2 outs, nobody on base situation and gets the next player on board. Both of the last 2 times that runner has gone on to score. We'll see if that trend continues as we head back to the top of the order. Caden Connor to the plate with 5 RBIs to tie the team lead so far this season. I guess Will Chambers has now passed him up in that category. They both had 5 coming into the game, but Chambers had a 2-run home run. But Caden Connor has a runner on base here in the 4th inning. 2 outs, Tanner Jocks at first for what was ruled a single for Tanner. 4th hit of the ball game for the Raptors. Tie score, first pitch up and away to Caden Connor. He was trying to go left center yesterday when he hit the triple. The center fielder was playing towards left center, but the left fielder was playing way towards the line, so there still was a pretty big hole between the center fielder and left fielder, but perhaps an even bigger hole to right center where he hit the ball. Next pitch is hit up in the air, third baseman going towards it. Guyette running out of room, comes back towards the ball, reaches out and makes the catch in foul territory to end the inning. A foul ball pop out by Caden Connor, and Ridgefield finally does not score after putting up 3 runs in the last couple innings. Both teams go scoreless in the 4th, and we are on to the 5th inning, a 3-3 tie between the host Ridgefield Raptors and the visiting Portland Pickles. Ryan Pitts retakes the mound when we return from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, regional and express service to Portland, and connector service within the city limits of Camas, La Center, and Ridgefield. And if you don't have cash, no problem. C-Tran now accepts digital payments with Hop FastPass. So hit a home run and leave the driving to us. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Baseball is back, and Peace Health is excited to once again sponsor the Ridgefield Raptors as they vie for the West Coast League title. Raptors games make a great family outing. Bring the whole crew to the ballpark to enjoy a safe, fun outdoor event featuring the thrills of Raptors baseball. As the largest health provider in Clark County, Peace Health is ready to step up to the plate and keep your family in the game, whether it's a routine appointment or specialty emergency care. Peace Health and the Ridgefield Raptors, 2 great teams.
glad you're with us here for Ridgefield Raptors baseball from the Rourke. I'm Josh Warden. We head to the 5th inning. The Raptors and the Pickles knotted up at 3 runs apiece. Ryan Pitts, the pitcher for the Ridgefield Raptors right now, the right-hander to work against the Pickles. And the leadoff hitter in this inning is Gabe Scoro. In the top of the 5th inning, a 3-3 tie. First pitch is a ball from Ryan Pitts. And the 1-0 pitch upstairs, ball 2. 2-0 the count with Gabe Scoro 0 for 1 on the day. Scored a run after drawing a walk in the 3rd inning. 2-0 pitch from Ryan Pitts, outside, ball 3. Ryan came in last inning after 3 innings for Nick Jennings, the starter, and Pitts had a 1-2-3 inning in that 4th. 3-0 pitch, up and in, a 4-pitch walk by Ryan Pitts, and Gabe Scoro is aboard. So Pitts, who did not have to throw many pitches in that 4th inning, a couple ground balls and a strikeout, but now issues a 4-pitch walk to Scoro, who is aboard for his 2nd straight walk and 4th base on balls on the season. Brings up Jacob Jablonski, leads the team with 5 base hits, now 6 on the season with a single earlier today. First pitch blocked by Cole Ehrman, ball 1. Right-handed pitcher to left-handed batter in Jablonski, who singled in the 3rd and ended up scoring. The 2 runners who scored in the 3rd were the first 2 who have come to bat this inning, Gabe Scoro and Jacob Jablonski. 1-0 pitch from Ryan Pitts upcoming, but he throws down to first, and Scoro gets back. Jablonski at the plate. Jacob, the shortstop, made a nice running play and a ground ball earlier. Started 82 games for Arkansas State and now at Chico State. 1-0 pitch is a strike from Ryan Pitts. The first pitch in the zone from Ryan this inning. 1-1 the count to Jacob. Outfield playing pretty deep, especially in center. Infield in somewhat double play depth, although Tanner Jock's not all that close to second base. Trying to limit the hole against the left-handed batter in Jablonski. Cole Ehrman trying to frame the 1-1 pitch. Does not get the call from Chad Little, the home plate umpire. 2 balls and 1 strike from Ryan Pitts out of Lower Columbia College. 6'2" right-hander playing for Eric Lane, head coach in Longview. He's originally from Vancouver, is Ryan. The 2-1 pitch outside, ball 3. Walked the first batter, and now behind to Jablonski, 3-1. Ryan, who went to Skyview High School. Teammates at Lower Columbia with Spencer Anderson, who is signed with the Raptors for this summer as well. Will join the team hopefully soon. 3-1 pitch from Ryan Pitts is a called strike. The at-bat continues to an upcoming payoff pitch. 1 runner on, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. The Pickles trying to return to their scoring ways, having scored in the 2nd and 3rd innings, but not the 4th. Here we are in the 5th. Full count to Jablonski. Pitts waits and now throws. Swung on and missed. The runner goes, and the throw is in time. Strike him out, throw him out. Cole Ehrman records the first caught stealing at second base of the season for the Raptors, and 2 outs in the inning just like that. Jablonski looked like it was a hit and run, kind of took a flailing attempt. I mean, it was a 3-2 pitch after all, so got a swing at anything in the zone, and he misses it for the first out. Gabe Scoro runs into the out at second. Looks like we got a pinch runner for Ryan Ball, the cleanup hitter. The right-handed batter in Patrick Muscat out of Santa Barbara Community College steps to the plate. First pitch is a ball to Patrick. 1-0 count. Breaking ball on the 1-0. Grounded softly to short and misplayed by Peck. John bounces it off his glove and is unable to make the throw at first, and Patrick Muscat is safe at first base. Muscat out of Beaverton, Oregon, and Central Catholic. transfer from Western Oregon. Now aboard at first for the Pickles for what is ruled an error, first error of the series for Ridgefield. E6 to get Muscat on base. Well, Arnston to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on first, a called strike on Arnston, who had a 2 RBI single in the third. Gave the Pickles a 2-run lead. That was erased a few batters later when Ridgefield was at the plate in a 2-run home run by Will Chambers. Ryan Pitts readies for the 0-1, swung on, and looked like it was hit off of Cole Ehrman, the catcher. Bounced off of something back towards the netting. Ehrman seems to be just fine. Foul ball off the bat of Arnston. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner on first, 2 outs. A tie ball game here in the 5th inning. Ryan Pitts comes set with the ball below the belt. Now throws the 0-2 over the plate, but just misses up high. Ball 1. Outfield playing deep and shaded in towards center field for both of the corner outfielders. Righty on righty. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Ryan Pitts. It's hit hard down the left field line, tailing and foul. Stays a 1-2 count from Arnston. Hit that one well, sounded good off the bat, but way out ahead of it. And fouls it over his head coach in the third base box, Mark Magdaleno. Arnston back to the plate, the Southern Illinois University Edwardsville right-hander, 6'4", 250. That's a 1-2 strike count with 2 outs. Here's Ryan Pitts down in the dirt. Good pick by Ehrman, the catcher. The outfield is Morales, Hernandez, and Connor in left field, center field, and right field for the Raptors. Arnston has put the ball in play deep this season for the Pickles as one of the team's 2 home runs. Here's the 2-2 pitch, late on it, swings and fouls it off. Out of play on the first base portion of this ballpark. In the on-deck circle is Max Shore, the only batter to reach base both of his at-bats today for the Pickles. A walk and a single for the incoming freshman at University of San Diego. Here's Arnston facing the 2-2 pitch on the outside corner. Struck him out looking to strand one runner and keep it a 3-3 ball game. Ryan Pitts has gone 2 innings in relief, 2 scoreless innings. He's allowed 1 walk and no hits. A strike him out, throw him out highlights the 5th inning, and Ridgefield puts a couple zeros on the board in a row. It'll be the Raptors coming to the plate with still a tie score in the bottom of the 5th. Coming up will be John Peck, Kobe Morales, and Will Chambers when we return. This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball from Ridgefield, Washington.
Join the Ridgefield Raptors for warm sunshine, great food, and exciting top-level college baseball at the Rourke. Bring your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers for a relaxing night outdoors this season. Your group can welcome us on the Les Schwab left field platform, the Leonard Homes and Dick Hanna grass berms, or the First Centennial and Wellhaven Pet Health picnic areas. There's nothing like a Ridgefield Raptors summer baseball game. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Can't remember the last time you had a tall, ice-cold draft beer? Jog your memory at Buffalo Wild Wings for just $3. Stop by B-Dubs now and get Bud Light poured into a tall 22-ounce glass, all for just $3. Remind your mouth what it's been missing. Buffalo Wild Wings. Roar! Available at participating locations for a limited time. Dine-in only. Prices may vary. Please drink responsibly. Availability of dine-in varies by location.
Another inning of work for Andrew Del Biagio. Has done tremendous work since he's come in relief. The right-hander came in with a runner on first in the 3rd inning, got a ground out to end that frame. Then worked a 4th inning where he gave up 1 hit. The only player that he's allowed a hit to is Tanner Jocks. both the pitcher and the hitter in that situation were from Linfield. So Biagio seems to only allow hits to his teammates. Jocks was stranded at first base in that inning. He'll now face John Peck and Kobe Morales and Will Chambers here in the 5th inning. A 3-3 tie between the Raptors and the Pickles. Del Biagio, the Linfield right-hander, back to work for Portland, playing for head coach Dan Spencer in McMinnville. Dan Spencer took over that role a couple years ago. Former pitching coach and recruiting coordinator with Oregon State University. Played a big role in the national championships for OSU back in the mid-2000s. And Spencer now the head coach at Linfield. First pitch to John Peck is a called strike to John. 0 for 2 in the ball game. The shortstop with 7 base hits on the year and a double on 19 at-bats. 0-1 pitch is a called strike. 0-2 the count. Dan Spencer, who moved on from Oregon State, playing a big role in recruiting a lot of those players who won the national championships at OSU and coached with Pat Casey in Corvallis. 0-2 pitch from Del Biagio. Swung on and missed by Peck. It was way outside, but took a hack at it and has struck out on 3 pitches. We'll bring up Kobe Morales with 1 out, nobody on. 3-3 the score in the bottom of the 5th inning. Pat Casey in the news today. Rumors only as far as I've seen, but rumors nonetheless. Throwing out various schools he might get involved in. Been retired since the 2018 National Championship. Morales watches a first pitch ball from Del Biagio. 1-0 the count to the left-hand hitting Kobe Morales with 4 RBIs in the season, as a single earlier today and a run scored. 1 for 2 in the ball game. 1-0 pitch, swung on, fouled it off his own body, and doesn't seem any worse for the wear. Steps out of the box and pretends like he didn't even get hit. 1-1 the count with 1 out. LSU is the main school being batted around in the rumor mill for Pat Casey, who apparently is a leading candidate to go to Baton Rouge. Oregon State and Pat Casey eliminating LSU in 2018 en route to the national championship. Morales slices the 1-1 pitch foul. 1-2 the count. Who knows if Pat will take that job, but wherever he goes, our best wishes to Pat, and I'm sure he'll do a tremendous job inspiring the next class of men at whatever school he goes to, or no school if he decides to do that. The 1-2 pitch inside, 2 balls and 2 strike, 1 out, nobody on. Infielder Arnston at first base shielding his eyes from the sun, as is the umpire, the field umpire. 2-2 pitch grounded to the right side into the sun, and Daniel Hirose has no problem fielding the ball, throwing to first and recording the out. Yesterday, the right fielder Caden Connor lost a ball in the sun, and the fielders on that size having to work through the sunlight, and Hirose handled it just fine. Will Chambers to the plate, fresh off his 2 RBI opposite field home run. Grounded out to second. He has batted left-handed all 3 times today, and has faced 3 different pitchers, all 3 of them righties. First pitch is a ball, 1-0 to Will Chambers. Grounded out off of the starter Giroux, hit the home run off of Eric Hill, and now faces Andrew Del Biagio. The 1-0 pitch skips off the body of the catcher, Max Shore, who will be the leadoff hitter next inning for the Pickles. 2 outs, nobody on, a 3-3 tie. Oregon State and LSU, plenty of history between those 2 programs, so that would be vastly interesting if Pat Casey took that job. But he could waltz into any clubhouse he wants and command the respect of the players. 2-0 pitch, just high, 3-0. Hitters count for Will Chambers. His second home run of the season in his last at-bat. Here's the 3-0, not swinging, and it's a called strike on the outer half. Just barely painted the black from Del Biagio. Entered with 2 outs in the 3rd inning. We've now got 2 outs in the 5th. Scoreless work for Del Biagio so far. 3-1 pitch under the hands, ball 4. And Will Chambers has drawn his 3rd walk of the season. And for the fourth consecutive inning, Ridgefield gets the first two batters out and then gets the next man on. Cody Darcy to the plate. 3 home runs in the 2 games leading up to today. Those 3 homers lead the team. 7 runs also leading the squad. 5 RBIs on the year. First pitch to Darcy is a fastball, a strike out of Enumclaw, Washington. Cody already graduated from Xavier, the 6'2", 195-pound infielder. Mostly plays shortstop, but has played third base pretty much all of this summer season so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Andrew Del Biagio. Swung on and hit towards short. Jablonski fields on 2 hops, bobbles it, recovers, throws to first, and in time to get Darcy. Jablonski stayed with it, bobbled it off his chest, went down to the turf, grabbed it, threw to first, and by a 100th of a second, he gets Cody Darcy to end the inning. Second straight inning that Ridgefield has gotten the 3rd guy aboard and then stranded him there at first. It's still a 3-3 tie for the Pickles and the Ridgefield Raptors through 5 innings of competition here at the Rourke. We head to the 6th. The Pickles and the Raptors continue after this.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less with buy one, get one free traditional wings every Tuesday. It's like diving for pearls and finding the lost city of Atlantis. And they've got BOGO free wings. Get yours for dine-in, takeout, or delivery on Wing Tuesdays at B-Dubs. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply plus taxes.
A lot has changed in Clark County since C-Tran began service in 1981. We've changed with it. 30 bus routes, 2 bus rapid transit projects, and millions of rides later, C-Tran has grown into an award-winning transit system serving Clark County, including the city limits of Ridgefield. Please join C-Tran in celebrating an amazing 40 years serving you, our community, with activities happening in 2021. Look for details at c-tran.com, and thank you for 40 great years.
Tie ball game through 5 innings between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Portland Pickles. First game this season where Ridgefield has not had a lead through the first 5 innings. But they have worked back from a couple of deficits to tie the ball game, and we've stayed tied for 2 straight innings. We head to the top of the 6th. It's the Pickles 3, the Raptors 3, and we're about to see a Raptors debut from a new pitcher after 2 tremendous innings for Ryan Pitts, who keeps the game tied at 3-3. He hands off the ball to Byron Clack, a 6'5", 235-pound right-handed pitcher. Comes from Placerville, California. Pitched at Union Mine High School. Plays his college ball just south of here for the Portland Pilots. Clack making his debut with the Raptors, just came in partway through the season a couple days ago and is ready to go for the Raptors. The right-hander sets and throws a first pitch, swung on by Shore. The catcher flies out to right field. Nice catch by Caden Connor. 1 pitch, 1 out for Byron Clack, and about as efficient as you can get for a debut, exactly as efficient as you can get, and he now faces Ryan Gardino. Byron Clack, who did not pitch for Portland in the spring of 2021, so has yet to appear in a college game. He was a freshman this spring out of Placerville, California. The right-hander now faces Gardino, who's 1 for 2, shows bunt. The pitch off the plate, or low, ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. The Pickles registering 5 hits in this ball game. Ridgefield 1 behind them in that category. Outfield playing fairly deep to Ryan Gardino. 1-0 pitch at the knees, strike 1. 1-1 the count with one out from Byron Clack. The 1-1 pitch is a called strike. Byron, who works with a four-seam fastball, a changeup that drops about 10 miles an hour slower, and a slider as well. The four-seamer with some good sink to it. Throws him a three-quarters arm slot. The 1-2 pitch is down, ball 2. 2-2 the count to right-handed hitters such as Ryan Gardino. His slider is the one he calls his out pitch, but to lefties it's the changeup he feels is most lethal. 2-2 pitch, fastball hit up high, playable for the shortstop or left fielder. It'll be Morales, the left fielder, coming in and making the catch on the run in shallow left center. 2 flyouts in the inning for the new pitcher in Byron Clack. And the bullpen has looked good tonight for Ridgefield. Nick Jennings encountered a little bit of trouble through 3 innings, gave up 3 runs. But the bullpen has now gone 2 2/3 innings of scoreless work. Clack fires the first pitch outside, ball 1 to Noah Guyette. 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's 1 for 10 on the season, had an RBI single in the second inning to break the scoreless tie. 1-0 pitch hit to left field, and this will drop for a base hit and curve towards the wall. This will be extra bases for Noah Guyette. Gets his first double of the season. Landed just barely in fair territory and curved almost straight outwards towards the wall in foul territory for a 2-out double for Noah Guyette. And that brings up the 9-hole hitter, and Gabriel Arellano flew out to end the second inning, grounded out in the 4th. The 9-hole hitter who led off the game yesterday slides from the 1 spot down to the 9-hole. First pitch, Arellano with 2 outs, swung on and hit down the right field line. It'll be a foul ball, and lands just over the fence and landing in the grass with a couple of kids out in right field sprinting towards it. Good crowd on hand here for the second game of this 3-game series. Ridgefield will face Portland again tomorrow night, same time as we started today, 6:35 p.m., and then head off to Yakima Valley for the first road trip of the season. 0-1 pitch from Byron Clack, hit on the ground and foul, wide of first base. 0-2 the count to Gabriel Arellano, the center fielder. Came into the season batting .200, steps back in, right-handed pitcher on right-handed batter. But at the top of the order, waiting in the wings, Daniel Hirose in the on-deck circle. Runner on second, 2 outs. Here's the 0-2 pitch up by the letters. Arellano thought about it, does not swing. And it's a 1-2 count to Gabriel. A 6'1", 190-pound outfielder from Chico State, playing for head coach Dave Taylor from Duarte, California. 1-2 pitch, slapped foul. Reached out and extends the bat to also extend the at-bat for the transfer from Pasadena City College. Set the single season record in hits and runs scored, did Gabriel Arellano. Chico State did not play. The Wildcats hope to come back to Nettleton Stadium in the spring of 2022. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Byron Clack. Fastball hit towards the shortstop. Can't make a diving play, and this will score a run. Noah Guyette comes around from second to reclaim the lead for the Pickles here in the 6th inning. An RBI single and a 2-out rally for the Pickles after 2 flyouts to start the inning. A double and a single, neither of which were that well hit. I mean, the single was on the barrel, but just a ground ball through the infield, and the double was just curved over the third baseman's head barely and spun down the left field line. So 2 hits lead to a run. Guyette scores. Arellano to first base. Daniel Hirose, the batter. The second baseman digs in with 3 at-bats to his name, has gotten a hit and none of them yet. A ground out, a fly out, a strikeout. First pitch misses. 1-0 the count with 2 outs, runner on first. A 4-3 lead for the Raptors. Arellano, the base runner at first, holds up the glove to block the sun. Pitch is picked by Ehrman, the catcher, ball 2. Yesterday in the Sun saw several pickoff attempts around this time when it's tough to see for that runner at first base. Having to block the sun, just looking towards the pitcher and make sure he can see a potential pickoff move. 2-0 pitch. Clack throws and gets in the zone this time. 2 balls and 1 strike for the Portland Pilot. Right-hander who was looking good through the first couple of batters and then gives up 2 hits. The Pickles reclaiming the lead, the 3rd time they've had an advantage. 2-1 pitch from Clack on the outer half and just off the plate. Chad Little, the home plate umpire, sets up on the inside portion of the plate. So for a right-hander, that's on the left side of home plate. That pitch looked like it had painted the black on the far side of home, but called a ball. 3-1 the count from Byron Clack. It is hit towards first base, snagged by N-Body. It bounces out of the glove. He goes back to retrieve it. Underhands to the pitcher, Clack covering, and records the putout to end the inning. Good play by N-Body to get a glove on it. It bounced off, but only about 2 feet away. Retrieved it and underhand back towards first. And that ends the inning. 2 hits, 1 run scores, 1 left on. And the Pickles take a 4-3 lead through 5.5 innings. Ridgefield tries to do what they've already done twice today, which is give up a lead and then erase it the very next half inning. In order to do that, try to get some productivity from Dominic N-Body, Cole Ehrman, and Reese Hernandez, who come to the plate in the bottom of the 6th. 1-run lead for the Pickles. We're back after this.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel in the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now what are you waiting for? Apply today.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Portland Pickles scoring 1 run in the top of the 6th inning to take a 4-3 lead over the Ridgefield Raptors, yet to lose in West Coast League games this season. The Raptors winning yesterday to improve to 4-0 on the year and take a 1-0 lead in the series against the Pickles. But Portland taking a 4-3 lead over the Raptors. New pitcher for the Pickles will be Josh Molleris, a 6'3", 205-pound right-hander. Portland onto its 4th pitcher of the day, all of them right-handed throwers. Molleris out of the University of San Francisco is making his 2nd appearance now. First batter he'll face is the left-handed batter in Dominic N-Body. Prefers facing right-handers and has gotten his wish every time today. Against a different pitcher each time, and all of them righties. First pitch is in there, a called strike on Dominic, who walked and grounded out. The 0-1 pitch is another called strike to Dominic, former player at Concordia in Portland, now defunct university, moved on to University of Antelope Valley. 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed outside and tried to catch it with the barrel and swung late at it. 3-pitch strikeout of N-Body brings up Cole Ehrman, the catcher, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Molleris pitched 1 inning of scoreless work against Wenatchee 3 days ago. Struck out 3 in that 1 inning, gave up a walk along the way, so has yet to allow any batter this season to put the ball in play. He's faced 5 batters now, including N-Body a moment ago. He has walked 1 and struck out 4 of those 5 batters he has faced. Cole Ehrman watches the first pitch ball. The 1-0 pitch hit hard, and this one's into left center, lands for a base hit. And so the first ball that Molleris allows in play this season is a single. Cole Ehrman records his 5th hit of the season, first base hit of the ball game for the Cal State Fullerton Titan. And the catcher is aboard at first with Reese Hernandez striding to the plate. Got the first hit of the game for the Raptors today. It was an RBI single in the 2nd inning. And for the first time today, Ridgefield has gotten a batter to reach base without 2 outs. There's only 1 out, and finally the Raptors have a base runner. They still scored 3 runs in the game, so hasn't stymied their offensive attack, but it'd still be nice to get some base runners earlier on in the innings. First pitch is a ball to Hernandez. Another breaking ball on the 2nd pitch, also off the plate, 2-0 the count. From the University of San Francisco pitcher to the San Jose State batter, and Reese Hernandez, righty on lefty. Hernandez now 2 for 7 in this season. 2-0 pitch to Reese, inner half, called strike to the utility player, who will play some infield also this season. The 2 positions he played so far have been in the outfield, getting his first run at center field today. 2-1 pitch from Molleris. Fastball misses out. 3-1 the count from Josh, a junior at San Francisco. 6'3" for the right-hander. Has a runner on first with 1 out. A 4-3 ball game. The Pickles leading in the bottom of the 6th. The right-hander out of the stretch. Breaking ball falls in there. Strike 2. Portland 2-2 on the season. Ridgefield 4-0 so far. The only undefeated team in the league. Every other team has 2 losses or more. Payoff pitch, breaking ball just misses. Ball 4 to Reese Hernandez. Tosses the bat aside as soon as it was in the mitt, just to ensure that Chad Little knew he thought that was a ball, and the home plate umpire concurs. Ball 4. Cole Ehrman into scoring position. The 2nd time today that Cole has been at second base. He got stranded there in the 2nd inning. We'll have a meeting on the mound with Mark Magdaleno, the head coach for the Portland Pickles, just in his 2nd game in that role with the Pickles. Justin Barchis, the head coach for the Pickles, coming back for this season and promoted, and that news out today. So Magdaleno moves up to the head coaching role, with Barchis moving up to a player personnel slot within the organization. Magdaleno, also the head coach at Clark College, chatting with Josh Molleris and the entire infield on the mound. Chad Little comes out to talk with them. It's a 4-3 ball game. The Pickles on top. Ridgefield with 1 out in the inning. The leadoff man has gotten out in every inning today for Ridgefield. And up to this point, the 2nd batter of each inning had gotten out. But finally, Cole Ehrman breaks that trend with a 1-out single in this frame. And that little mojo extends to a 1-out walk for Reese Hernandez. So Tanner Jocks will be the next batter. Is 1 for 2 in the ball game. Had a single in the 4th. He's hit the ball well today. Flew out to as deep of left field as you can get without being a home run in the 2nd inning. Followed that up with a single. And he's now at the plate with 2 runners aboard and 1 out. Cole Ehrman a short lead off at second base. Reese Hernandez a sizable lead at first, not being held on. First pitch is a ball to Tanner Jocks. Had the 1 single off of fellow Linfield player Andrew Del Biagio. Now he faces a pitcher out of University of San Francisco and Josh Molleris, who's behind 1-0. The right-hander comes to the plate, hits the outside half. 2-0 is the count from Molleris. 1 out, runners on first and second. The tying run at second base here for the Raptors. Every time they've gotten down in this game, they've come back the next half inning to tie it up. They would have to score 1 run to keep that trend going. 1-1 pitch to Jocks outside. Ball 2 to Tanner, who's played middle infield and started every game this season. The first 3 at shortstop, and the most recent one plus today at second base. 2 balls and 1 strike to Tanner Jocks. He holds off on the 2-1 up high. Fastball at the letters, 3-1 the count to Tanner Jocks. The infielder from Vancouver facing a 3-1 count. With 1 out, swings up high, would have been ball 4, is up at the logo on the chest of the red jersey and brings it to a full count for Tanner. Has 5 RBIs on the year for a senior from Lidfield. 3-2 pitch, swung on, hit to right field, it lands for a base hit. Cole Ehrman rounding third, and he will hold at third to load the bases on a single by Tanner Jocks. Would have loaded the bases a moment ago if he had held off in that pitch for a walk. It ends up being the same result 1 pitch later on a base hit to right field. Tanner aboard at first, Reese Hernandez moves to second, and Cole Ehrman at third. It was hit right at the right fielder in shallow. And so good decision by Cole Ehrman and good call by Chris Coda, the head coach. This might be it for Josh Molleris, who records just 1 out and faces 4 batters, and he will be pulled. So Molleris faces 4, he walks 1, gives up 2 singles, strikes out 1, and it was a strikeout on the first batter he faced, and then allows the next 3 to reach, and he will give way to a new pitcher to face left-handed batter Caden Connor. Back to the top of the order for the Raptors. Caden, who has doubled in every game this season, save for today. Also had a triple yesterday. And came into this game leading the team with 7 base hits. Tied for that lead, has since been surpassed by Will Chambers. Up to 8 hits on the season for Will. And so Caden trying to match that or just get on base in some fashion. 1 out with the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 6th. Ridgefield trailing by 1. The go-ahead run at second base in the form of Reese Hernandez. Finally, the Pickles will bring in a left-handed pitcher after 4 straight righties. The new pitcher for the Pickles will be Tommy Snyder, a lefty out of Pacific Lutheran. He stands at 6'1", 185 pounds. Tommy's a senior at PLU, working his 2nd game now for the Pickles this summer. He suffered the loss in the series against Wenatchee. Went 3 innings in that game. Struck out 2, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned. And Portland losing that game 4-2 to the Apple Sox, the one game that Portland lost in that series. So Snyder comes in, lefty on lefty, and the first southpaw that the Pickles have sent to the mound today. Comes in the bottom of the 6th with the bases juiced, and Caden Connor to the plate, 5th batter of the inning for the Raptors. Leadoff man, and Connor is 0 for 3 on the day. 2 flyouts, or 1 flyout, a ground out, and a foul out. The infield playing not completely in, but the corner infielders on the base paths, and the middle infielders just inside the cut of the grass. Here's Snyder with the first pitch. In the zone, strike 1 to Caden Connor. 0-1 the count. From the Pacific Lutheran pitcher to the Cal State Fullerton hitter. Outfield shaded towards left. The left fielder playing way in on Caden Connor. 1 out, bases loaded. Ridgefield down by a run. The 0-1 pitch, sliced, foul, third base side. Hit pretty well. If he could straighten that one out towards left field, he would jam that one over Ryan Gardino in left. Connor hit a triple yesterday, and it wasn't a ball smashed to the gap. It was a ground ball that landed in the infield. The first bounce was well before the second base bag. It grounded all the way through the infield and through the outfielders, almost to the wall and right center. And he scooted to third base. He's behind 0-2 with the bases loaded. Off speed, swings in front of it, and has struck out on 3 pitches. 2 away for the Raptors with the bases loaded. John Peck is 0 for 3 in the ball game with a couple of strikeouts and a fly out to left field. Steps in, 2 outs, bases loaded, a 1-run game. Ridgefield trailing in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tommy Snyder comes in and strikes out the first batter he faces on 3 pitches. Snyder trying to work out of a jam here in the 6th. Right-handed batter now, and John Peck swings at the first pitch and hits it high and foul on the first base side. The Ridgefield batting order starts with a left-hander, then goes right-hander, then left-hander, then switch hitter. John Peck is the right-hander, bookended in the lineup, working against a southpaw pitcher. 0-1 count to Peck. Good-looking pitch on the inside corner, 0-2. Snyder yet to throw a ball in the first 5 offerings. Here in the first time he's played at the Rourke. No balls and 2 strikes to John Peck. 2 outs, bases are loaded. Bottom of the 6th, here's the 0-2. Looping breaking ball that holds up in the air for 20 seconds it seemed and stayed up high, ball 1. He really took a lot off of that one. Looked like he didn't even throw it as hard, let alone the grip doing its own work. 1-2 count. Swings and a ground ball to second base, fielded by the second baseman Hyrose. He underhands to Jablonski at second to get the force out, and the inning's over. The Raptors load the bases with 1 out, but Tommy Snyder comes in out of the pen and gets 2 Raptors out in a row to strand 3 in the inning. The Raptors, for the first time this game, failed to come back from a deficit the very next half inning. Still a lot of baseball to go. We've got 3 innings remaining. It's the Pickles 4 and the Raptors 3 to the 7th inning after this.
At Clark Public Utilities, we know you depend on electricity every day. And even though our offices remain closed, we're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by phone, online, and email. The past year has brought changes to many in our community, with lost jobs or reduced working hours, disrupted childcare, and the challenge of teaching the kids. If you've been financially impacted by the pandemic and can't pay your utility bill, call us or send an email right away. Eligibility for payment assistance has been expanded so more households may qualify. Through it all, we're always here to provide you with safe and reliable service, and we're ready to help. Clark Public Utilities, ranked highest in customer satisfaction among residential mid-size utilities in the West by J.D. Power, 13 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2020 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Clark Public Utilities, we're always here.
We saw a debut of a Ridgefield Raptors pitcher last inning. We will make another one here in the 6th as Byron Clack hands the ball off to Hudson Leach. And actually, Hudson has 1 appearance on the season, but he comes back out today in relief for the Raptors. With a 4-3 ball game, Hudson ready to throw today with a 4-3 deficit right now. The Pickles taking a 1-run lead last inning. Through 6 innings of play here at the Rourke, for the Pickles, 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors. For the Raptors, 3 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Ridgefield winning the first 4 games of the season. The Portland Pickles winning 2 of the first 4, including a 6-3 loss yesterday to the Raptors. Ridgefield, the only team without multiple losses this season. They are 4-0, and Hudson Leach comes in to face Gabe Scoro. Will be the first batter of the 7th inning. Gabe, who has 2 walks and a flyout in the ball game, righty on righty. First pitch bounces off the mitt of Cole Ehrman, the catcher. Hudson has 1 appearance on the season, worked 2 innings gave up 3 hits when he faced Bend in the 13-0 victory on Sunday. Hudson gave up 3 hits and a walk with 3 strikeouts. The 1-0 pitch also misses. 2-0 the count from Hudson out of Creighton University. Talked to him in the bullpen in pregame, asked him if he was hot today and available to pitch. He said yes, and true to his word, here he is in the 7th inning. 2-0 pitch misses down, ball 3. Hudson standing at 6'2", 215 pounds, and the 3-0 pitch on the inside corner. Looked inside, it's called a strike. Gabe Scoro started to run up the first base line. And Chad Little waits a moment, makes it dramatic, and says, all right, come on back, that's a strike. 3-1 the count. 3-1 pitch is fouled off the hands down the first base side and out of play. So from a 3-0 count, that was nearly a walk, to now a full count to the leadoff man in the 7th inning. Gabe Scoro, who walked to lead off the 5th inning, was caught stealing in that frame. Now leads off the 7th and nearly had his 3rd walk of the day. Leach throws the 3-2, fouled back. We'll see the 7th pitch of the at-bat from right-hander Hudson Leach. With no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. 3-2 pitch, checked his swing, and if the first one wasn't a strike, I don't know how that one wasn't. The one inside looked like it was ball 4, and that was called a strike, and that one looked over the plate and was called a ball. Well, it all evens out, and Gabe Scoro has walked 3 times today. Hudson Leach, the latest victim to submit a walk to Gabe Scoro. Hudson, who has spent 1 year at Creighton, pitching for the Raptors this season. No outs, runner on first. Foul ball on the first offering by Jacob Jablonski. A single and 2 strikeouts on the day for the shortstop. Top of the 7th inning, a 4-3 lead for the Pickles. Hudson working with a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a changeup. Has perhaps the best velocity of any Raptors pitchers. Mid-90s on the fastball. 0-1 pitch outside. Ball 1. Jablonski with a 1-1 count for the left-hand hitting shortstop. Had a triple yesterday, his first of the season, has 1 home run, 4 RBIs on the year. Scored earlier today. 1-1 pitch inside, ball 2. Jablonski is ahead 2-1 against the Raptors. The entire field now covered in shadows. The top of the foul pole in right field still in the sunlight. 2-1 pitch from Leach on the outer half, but a little low. 3-1 the count from Hudson. Walked the first batter he saw today, and now has a 3-1 count to Jacob Jablonski. Ridgefield trying to keep it close and come back from the 1-run deficit. Up high on the 3-1, and Hudson Leach has walked the first 2 batters he's faced. Gabe Scoro down to second base. Jablonski to first. And Patrick Muscat, who came in as a pinch hitter in the 5th, comes back now for a second at-bat. Hit a ground ball to short. A tough play for John Peck, and couldn't field it cleanly. It was ruled an error. So Muscat back to the plate for the Pickles. Patrick, a local kid, went to Central Catholic, grew up in Beaverton, went down to Santa Barbara for college, Santa Barbara City College, where Daniel Barato was formerly a pitcher a few years ago. Daniel now the pitching coach at Santa Barbara City College and with the Ridgefield Raptors. First pitch showing bunt is Muscat. Pulls back on a called ball from Hudson. 1-0 the count. It looked like he may have pulled it back. Some of the fans wanting a strike, saying he offered. Pitch was definitely low, but question is if he pulled back in time. 1-0, again shows bunt, pulls back, and called a ball again. 2-0 the count from Hudson Leach to Patrick Muscat, trying to bunt both runners 90 feet ahead. There's no outs and runners in first and second. In the top of the 7th inning, a 1-run advantage for the Pickles. Showing bunt again, 2-0. He grounds it first base side, and the bunt goes foul. Picked up by Dominic Enbody halfway up the line and just a foot or two wide of the first base line. So it's a 2-1 count to Patrick Muscat. Played for the Portland Gherkins last summer in the Wild Wild West League, the team MVP, and was the first Gherkin to get promoted to the Portland Pickles roster. Now it's a big at-bat with a 2-1 count. Shows bunt and pulls it back. The pitch up high, 3-1. Hudson Leach, the right-hander, has walked the first 2 batters, and with Patrick Muscat showing bunt on all 4 pitches in this at-bat, Muscat has pulled back on 3 of them, all of them called balls. Hudson Leach with the 3-1, showing bunt again, pulls back. This one's definitely a strike, a called strike by Chad Little, the home plate umpire. It's a full count to Muscat. No outs and runners in first and second. A full count from Hudson Leach to Patrick Muscat. Steps over the rubber towards second. Not a big leadoff at second for Gabe Scoro. Jacob Jablonski not being held on at first. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. A big strikeout for Hudson Leach. Walks the first 2 and then strikes out the third. 1 away in the 7th inning. Brings up the first baseman, Ole Arnston. A strikeout, a 2 RBI single, and a flyout on the ball game for Arnston. Top of the 7th inning here in Ridgefield. A 4-3 lead for the Pickles. Hudson Leach out of the stretch. The righty throws. Swung on and missed by Arnston. Hudson has looked good when he's found the zone. That mid-90s fastball is tough to handle. The only problem for him has just been a couple of walks this inning, but got the next guy out. 1 away here in the 7th. 2 runners aboard. Fastball again. Fouled back off the barrel into the screen right behind home plate. So Arnston starting to get the timing correctly off of Hudson Leach. Arnston had a home run 3 days ago against Wenatchee. Hit it to left center. It's a righty-on-righty matchup. 0-2 pitch, off speed. Is a ball. 1-2 the count from Hudson Leach. Made five appearances for Creighton this spring with 2 starts. The 1-2 pitch hit hard to left field coming in, and a diving play by Morales, and he lays out and makes the catch in left field. A spectacular play by Kobe Morales, getting his first start in left field today, and he dives headlong for that ball coming straight in, laid out with his head pointed towards home plate, and made the catch for out number 2. Robs a hit of Arnston that, had it gotten past Morales, if he dove and couldn't get it, would have been pretty dangerous, and even if he blocked it, probably still could have scored a run. 2 outs, runners on first and second. First pitch is a ball to Max Shore. Hit a fly ball in his last at-bat, and a nice catch by fellow corner infielder with Kobe Morales making the recent catch in left field. It was Caden Connor on the other. 1-0 pitch, grounded to third. Darcy basket play on the one-hopper and steps on the third base bag to end the inning. Hudson Leach walks the first 2 batters and then goes strikeout, flyout, ground out. No problem for Hudson. And a nice little momentum for the Raptors to close out the top of the 7th. Ridgefield with 9 outs to work with, trailing by 1 run. It's a 4-3 ball game. The Raptors coming up after this with John Peck coming to the plate, or Kobe Morales, coming to the plate when we return. You're listening to Raptors Baseball on the Raptors live stream.
The Ridgefield Raptors are thrilled to reunite with fans and enjoy summer baseball again. Join us for America's favorite pastime. The Raptors are following state guidelines for spectator events and ask for your patience as we prepare for exciting West Coast League play. Please be courteous to our staff, fans, and players as we celebrate the return of your Ridgefield Raptors this summer. Let's make it a great season at the Rourke. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Warmer weather is here, and what better way to enjoy a summer day than with a trip to the ballpark to watch exciting Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Play ball! Don't miss the action on the diamond as the Ridgefield Raptors battle other Western League rivals for the championship. This safe outdoor event is a perfect outing for you and your friends. Peace Health is a proud sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors, with a team of medical experts on deck to provide your family the care you need. Treat your family to an exciting night at the ballpark and make it part of your healthy, active summer. Peace Health and Ridgefield Raptors baseball, a great double play.
Tommy Snyder comes back out after stymieing the Ridgefield batters in the 6th inning. Came in with the bases loaded and 1 out, a strikeout and a ground out to end the inning, and Tommy comes back out for the bottom of the 7th inning. He will face Kobe Morales, Will Chambers, and Cody Darcy in the bottom half of the 7th inning. It's a 4-3 lead for the Portland Pickles. Nice pitching by Hudson Leach. A hitless 7th inning for Hudson. Portland Pickles registering 7 hits in the ball game. Ridgefield 6 on the day. Portland has stranded 8 runners in the game. Same for Ridgefield, including 3 in the most recent inning. Portland Pickles pitchers recording 7 strikeouts, while the Ridgefield both pitching staffs, in fact, with 7 strikeouts in the ball game. And it's been a fair amount of walks for the Pickles. That's how they've galvanized the offense. 5 walks in the game. Ridgefield has done the same with 5 walks and trying to turn those into runs. Here's Kobe Morales out of St. John Bosco High School in Bellflower, California. Plays for Cypress College. Lefty on lefty. First pitch swings and bats it into the netting behind home plate against Tommy Snyder. Second appearance for Tommy, and looked fantastic in the first 2 batters he faced last inning. Now an 0-1 count to Morales. Sidearms the 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. Morales at 6'3", 230 pounds. Played in 23 games for Cypress this spring. Batted .345. 1-1 pitch over the plate, but low. 2 balls and 1 strike to Morales. Outfield playing pretty deep. A big hole in right center field. 2-1 pitch, also low. Ball 3 to Kobe. On the day, he is 1 for 3. A ground out, a single, and a strikeout for Morales. Scored the first run for the Raptors, or scored in the 3rd, I should say. Ridgefield had scored in the 2nd. The 3-1 pitch hit towards second base. Hyrose snags it on 1 hop and throws to first. Ridgefield continuing to hit the ball decently well, but right at the Pickles fielders, and Morales is out to open the 7th inning. 7th straight time that the Pickles have gotten the leadoff man out. Will Chambers, who is 1 for 2 in the ball game, a walk and a long ball to left center field for a 2-run home run. A breaking ball to Will, who watches it for ball 1. He's batting from the right side of the plate for the first time today. He hit the home run from the left side, but says he feels a little more confident from the right side. 1-0 pitch from Tommy Snyder. Pauses in the middle of the windup and didn't like the call from Chad Little. It's ball 2. Asks if that was low. Chad Little does not seem to indicate one way or the other. I don't know if he didn't see Tommy Snyder ask for where that pitch was, but he didn't say anything. 2-0 pitch is also missing. 3-0. Looked like it had caught the outside half, and Chad Little squeezing a bit on the zone to Tommy Snyder. Behind 3-0 to Will Chambers, who got ahead 3-0 last at bat as well, and walks this time too. So after the home run, the Pickles have walked him twice. Ridgefield win the first 5 innings, recording outs in their first 2 batters, and in the last couple innings they've gotten the second man aboard. Next step in the process would be to get the leadoff man aboard. Maybe they'll do that next inning, but in the meantime, we're going to see a pitching change. Tommy Snyder got the first 3 batters he faced out, and on the 4th batter, he gives up a walk, and that's going to be it for Tommy Snyder, who goes 1 inning with no hits, but he is responsible for the runner at first base. And so we will see a new pitcher to face Cody Darcy, a right-handed batter. So they bring out the left-handed pitcher to work through the top half of the left-handed heavy side of the lineup. And now Cody Darcy leading the team in home runs, and right-handed batter will face a right-handed pitcher for the Pickles with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and a 4-3 lead for the Portland Pickles. New pitcher for Portland. Looks like Nick Brink out of University of Portland. Nick, who stands at 6'1", 185 pounds, comes in the bottom of the 7th inning to face Cody Darcy. Nick is making his first appearance in this series and his first appearance on the season. Or excuse me, he did have 1 inning of work in the Wenatchee series. Gave up no runs, faced 4 batters. No hits, no walks, and Portland won that game 11-1 against the Apple Sox. So Nick comes in for his 2nd appearance and 2nd inning on the season. Looking around the scores for the rest of the teams in the league, Cowlitz defeating Bend in a 5-inning game today, a 2-1 final with the Black Bears getting the win. That game cut short due to weather, but it will go in the books as a complete game. Having gone through 5 innings, they'll play a doubleheader tomorrow since yesterday's game was canceled or postponed to tomorrow. Yakima Valley leading Bellingham 6-2. Walla Walla leading Wenatchee 9-2. And Corvallis defeating Port Angeles today 4-3. Here is Cody Darcy, 3 home runs on the year. Facing Nick Brink now, righty on righty, runner on first. 1 out in the 7th inning. Tying run aboard for the Raptors. First pitch is down, ball 1 from the Portland Pilot. One 1-0 to Cody Darcy. Brink working from the far first base side of the rubber. 1-0 pitch grounded back towards the pitcher. He'll go to second for the first out. Jablonski throws to first, and the double play is in the books. 1-6-3 on the twin killing. And Nick Brink needs just 2 pitches to get 2 outs, and the inning is over. So the Raptors unable to score in the last 4 innings. It's still a 1-run ball game, but the Pickles take a 4-3 lead into the 8th. Stay with us for more Raptors baseball. 2 more innings to go here at the Rourke.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings gets you more for less. With buy one, get one free boneless wings every Thursday. It's like finding extra fries at the bottom of your bag. But they're boneless wings, and there's twice as many of them. What is this sorcery? It's Boneless Thursdays at B-Dubs. Available for dine-in, takeout, and delivery. BOGO of equal value at participating locations. Not valid with other offers. Size exclusions apply while supplies last. Limit 1. Delivery and takeout limited time. Delivery offer valid on Buffalo Wild Wings website and app subject to availability. Fees may apply, plus taxes.
Hudson Leach had an interesting 7th inning. didn't give up a hit, but still had to strand 2 runners in that 7th for a scoreless inning. Keep the ball game at 4-3, where we still stand in the top of the 8th inning. The Creighton right-handed pitcher comes back for the Raptors for his 2nd inning on the bump. He will face Ryan Gardino, the left fielder, to lead off the 8th inning. And a first pitch strike from Hudson Leach, who allowed a walk to the first 2 batters in the 7th inning, and then struck out the next batter, got a fly out, and then an unassisted ground out to end the inning. 0-1 pitch from Hudson, a breaking ball down, ball 1. Gardino at the plate, 1 for 3 in the ball game, a single, followed by a strikeout and a fly out. Right-hand hitter Gardino with a 1-1 pitch, hits it hard to left center field. Kobe Morales, who is playing in, will not get there. It lands in left center for a hit. Gardino chasing a double, and he has a stand-up 2-bagger, a leadoff double for the Pickles, and Gardino's aboard for his 2nd hit of the contest. Kobe Morales playing in shallow left field, while Reese Hernandez was playing in deeper center field, both of them chasing after that double to left center. Hernandez throwing it back in, but not nearly in time to test Gardino on his way to second. Leadoff double, the only hit that Hudson Leach has allowed today. He has now faced 6 batters, and the 7th will be Noah Guyette. Shows bunt, attempts at it, makes it fair territory. It's fielded by N-Body. He tags Guyette. It just got to N-Body as Guyette was reaching him as the runner, so he fielded it and immediately reached out to tag him on the play. Gardino advances from 2nd to 3rd. So Guyette is put out on the sac bunt. Arellano, the batter, with an RBI single in his most recent at-bat. That was in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. Inside, ball 1. It'll get to the backstop, and Gardino will race home and score standing up. A first pitch, wild pitch from Hudson Leach, getting through the legs of Cole Urban. And the double comes back to bite the Raptors, with Gardino advancing on a sac bunt and scoring on a wild pitch. So the bases are now empty for Arellano. The 1-0 pitch misses. 2-0 is the count. And that's what a sac bunt will do for you with the guy on second base, is any sort of pitch in the dirt can quickly result in a run. 2-0 is up high. 3-0 from Hudson Leach to Gabriel Arellano, the 9-hole hitter. He is 1 for 6 on the series. Showing bunt now with the bases empty, pulls it back and draws a walk. So Arellano aboard as the second base runner of the inning, back to the top of the lineup with Daniel Hirose, the batter. Hitless on the ball game. He's 1 for 9 on the season. Daniel playing a good second base today. Stands at 5'9", $155. First pitch to Daniel, brushes him back, ball 1. Plays at Wofford College, the right-handed batter against right-handed pitcher. Decent sized leadoff at first for Arellano. The 1-0 pitch, down and in, 2-0 the count from Hudson Leach. A ball game that is 2 hours and 40 minutes old, roughly, with the Pickles leading 5-3. Way inside, ball 3 to Daniel Hirose. Stepped all the way out of the box and backed up quickly from that fastball inside. 3-0 pitch at the belt, called a strike. 3-1 the count from Hudson Leach. Portland took the lead in the 6th inning on 1 run, then went scoreless in the 7th and added on to it this inning. It's a 5-3 game. Pickles on top. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Peck behind the bag. Steps on second, throws to first, and got him for the double play. A 6-3 twin killing, and both teams record double plays in the last couple half innings. John Peck fielded behind the bag, had to sprint a couple feet back towards second to step on the pillow and throw to first, and records the double play, helped out by Dominic Enbody. And we are through 7.5 innings. To the bottom of the 8th inning we go. Ridgefield now needing to come back 2 runs in the frame. In order to do so, they'll use Dominic Enbody, Cole Ehrman, and Reese Hernandez, they hope, who come to the plate in the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-3 is the score. Nick Brink back to the mound after this.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
Oh, I love family road trips. Wind in my ears. Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing Les Schwab did our tires, brakes, and alignment. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and squeaky toys.
Les Schwab Tires, proud to be ranked #1 in overall customer satisfaction for aftermarket tire replacement by J.D. Power 2 years in a row. For J.D. Power 2021 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Pickles have used 7 pitchers today, including Nick Brink, who came in during last inning. He now returns. In the bottom of the 8th, the Pickles extending their lead to a 2-run advantage. It's a 5-3 ball game. Dominic Enbody to the plate to open up the bottom of the 8th. The first pitch called strike on Dominic, who got behind the count in the 6th inning and struck out. He also has a walk and a ground out in his ball game so far. 2-run lead for the Pickles. Enbody leading off the bottom of the 8th. The 0-1 pitch from Brink. Big cut from Enbody. And misses. 0-2 the count to Dominic. While the Pickles have used 7 pitchers, the Raptors have used 4 on the day. 0-2 count from Nick Brink. Chases after it. Enbody misses it again and strikes out on 3 pitches. That'll bring up Cole Ehrman to the plate, with Ridgefield yet to get the leadoff man aboard through 8 innings. 1 out here in the 8th. Ehrman to the plate, who's had a nice day, gotten on board 2 out of 3 times. A ground out, a single, and a walk. Both times stranded in scoring position. 1 out for Ehrman. First pitch a called strike to Cole. One of the team leaders at Cal State Fullerton, with a batting average hovering around 300. On base at 357 for Cole, who checks his swing. A called strike, 0-2. Nick Brink getting ahead of both hitters. Has thrown 5 pitches this inning, all of them strikes. 5-3 is the score. Pickles on top. 1 out, base is empty. 0-2 pitch, swung on, launched to left field. It's a foul ball, but he got all of that one and hit it to deep foul territory over the grassy picnic area and the picnic tables in left field along the third base side. The count remains no balls, 2 strikes to Cole Ehrman. Righty on righty with 1 out. Swings again. This time fouls it the opposite way. Kitty corner, with the first one going deep and left. This one going backwards and right. Now trying to straighten it out with the center fielder playing pretty hard towards right center field in Gabriel Arellano. Big hole in left center for Cole Ehrman. 0-2 pitch, outer half just off the plate from Nick Brink, who finally throws a ball in this inning. Ridgefield with 2 out rallies in the 2nd and 3rd innings to score 3 runs between those frames, but have put up 4 zeros since then offensively. 1-2 pitch, hit hard to left center field. And there's a little blooper and a nice play by the shortstop. Jablonski going out into left center. Looked like it was going to make it further into left field off the bat. It sounded good. Off the barrel of Cole Ehrman, but Jablonski runs out and makes a jumping catch in shallow left field for out number 2. Reese Hernandez to the plate. Similar to Ehrman, he has gotten on base 2 out of 3 times with an almost identical box score. First pitch is a strike to Reese, who also walked, singled, and got out once. His was via a strikeout, a 1 pitch way outside. He flipped the script from Ehrman. Ehrman went walk, out, single. Hernandez went single, out, walk. And now hopes to reverse course, getting on base. 2 outs, 1-1 count from Nick Brink. Outside, ball 2, 2-1 to Reese. Favoring the batter in this matchup. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed hitter. Second baseman shaded way towards the line. He hits it to left field and foul. Second baseman in Hyros playing only about 15 yards away from the first baseman, and there is just a massive distance between the second baseman and shortstop. 2-2 pitch to Hernandez, swings and grounds one towards second base. Coming in on his Hyros, Fields throws to first just in time, running in and throwing back towards first. Great defense tonight by Daniel Hyros, the second baseman who did not play yesterday but has flashed the leather today, and records the ground out, a 1-2-3 inning. And the Raptors are down to their final 3 outs. In the meantime, they'll try to post a 0 in the top of the 9th inning as the Pickles come back to bat, bringing up Gabe Scoro when we return. The 9th inning on the other half of this break. This is Raptors baseball.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
Found a giant spider in my bed.
Stepped outside and a hornet stung my head.
Got ants around my sink.
And I am starting to think the experts that I know are gonna make me pest-free. Natura Pest Control, killing your bugs and rodents, baby. Natura Pest Control. Call today, get a quote for free.
This game sponsored by Natura Pest Control, and Ridgefield trying to take care of the Portland Pickles, but we'll need a comeback to do it, and we'll try to keep the lead at 2 runs and 2 runs only. The Pickles having taken the lead back in the 6th inning and adding to it in the 8th. 1 run in each of those frames to go up 5-3 is the score. Coming in for his 2nd appearance in the West Coast League season, Jet Lotus enters out of the University of Oklahoma. Jet had a great appearance in the Bend series. Went 4 innings in that game, started the contest. Allowed no hits in 4 innings, gave up 4 walks, struck out 3, no runs allowed. Did not get a decision in those 4 innings. Ridgefield went on to win the game 13-0. So Jet comes in out of Yukon, Oklahoma, faces Gabe Scoro, Jacob Jablonski, and Patrick Muscat will be the 3 batters for the Pickles. First pitch, a fastball inside corner for a strike on Gabe Scoro, who flew out to right field and then has walked in his next 3 plate appearances today. Went from 2 walks in the season to 5 today alone. 0-1 pitch down and away, ball 1. As we lead off the top of the 9th inning, Ridgefield will have a bottom of the 9th for the first time this season in the West Coast League. Inside, ball 1. Ridgefield has led in every game in the 9th inning so far, and so they have not needed a bottom of the 9th. And that will happen for the first time tonight, regardless of what happens here in the top of the 9th. 2-1 pitch. Down, ball 3, 3-1 from Jet Lotus. Facing Gabe Scoro. Oklahoma versus University of Portland here. Righty on righty. Scoro at 6'1", 185. Lotus at 5'10", 155. 3-1 pitch. Hard thrown fastball is a strike from the freshman Sooner. Right-hander coming out to the Pacific Northwest for this summer as a full count to Gabe Scoro. Here is the payoff pitch. Fastball, swings over it, struck him out swinging, and one away in the 9th inning. Jet Lotus gets the first man out, his 4th strikeout of the season for Ridgefield. And next batter is a lefty, and Jacob Jablonski. 1 for 3 in the ball game, scored a run, a walk as well, and 2 strikeouts. First pitch from Jet Lotus is a ball. He's got a real hard delivery, kind of throws his head to the side and just uncorks it as hard as he can. First pitch is a ball. Hit hard on the 1-0 pitch, grounded to the first baseman, and underhands to Lotus covering first for the out. Sounded worse than it actually ended up. The bark was worse than its bite. It sounded hard off the barrel, but still skipped 3 times before it got to the first baseman, Dominic Enbody. And it's a ground out, 3-1 on the play. 2 away as Patrick Muscat approaches the batter's box. Jet Lotus a strikeout and a ground out. Muscat is up next. 2 outs, nobody on in the 9th inning. Muscat watches the first pitch below the knees, ball 1. It's the Pickles 5, the Raptors 3. When Ridgefield comes up in the bottom of the 9th, it'll be the bottom of the lineup with Tanner Jocks, the 9-hole hitter, to lead off. 1-0 pitch above the belt buckle. 2-0 from Jet Lotus, who catches it, adjusts the cap, walks behind the mound to reset himself, and then comes back on the rubber. Out of the windup, the 2-0 pitch from Jet Lotus. Fastball is a strike. If Muscat gets aboard, that'll bring up Arnston, who had a 2 RBI single earlier today. 2 balls and 1 strike from Lotus with 2 outs. Outside, 3-1 the count from Jet. Outfield playing fairly deep, except in left field, where Kobe Morales is playing pretty straight up. Center field and straight away for Hernandez, right behind the bag. 3-1 pitch from Lotus, swung on, popped up. Going out is Tanner Jocks, the second baseman, backpedaling into right field, and he makes the catch about 10 yards beyond the dirt of second base. 3 out, 3 down for Jet Lotus, and the Raptors have 3 outs of their own to work with. It's a 2-run lead for the Portland Pickles. The Ridgefield Raptors trying to maintain their undefeated status here on a Wednesday night in June. 5-3 is the score. The Raptors in the bottom of the 9th after this.
The win-win value lineup from Buffalo Wild Wings has bundles of wings and fries so you can get more for less. With individual size bundles starting at just $9.99 and the 40-wing family XL bundle for only $39.99. It doesn't take a degree in chicken economics to know a good deal when it's pecking you in the face. Order wing bundles for takeout or delivery, part of the win-win value lineup at B-Dubs. At participating locations for a limited time only for takeout or delivery through Buffalo Wild Wings app and website. Delivery subject to availability. Fees may apply. Taxes extra.
Bottom of the 9th inning for the Ridgefield Raptors. Last gasp to come back in this game and avoid losing their first contest. Even if they do, they'll still be the only team in the league with 1 loss on the season. They'll stay atop the Southern Division standings, but Ridgefield fans still wanting to see a win here and keep the streak alive 4-0 at the moment, but it's a 5-3 deficit at the hands of the Portland Pickles. New pitcher for Portland is KJ Ruffo, a 6'2" right-hander, checking in at 190 pounds. He pitches for the University of Portland. He comes from Rex Putnam High School in Portland. He's a freshman at UP, two-time All-Northwest Oregon Conference selection with Rex Putnam. Batted .471 as a two-way player. Will turn 20 later this year. He did pitch for the Pilots this spring, only made one appearance. It was against the Oregon Ducks, and went one inning of hitless, scoreless baseball. He also batted for the Pilots. Started 4 games and went 3 for 10. But right now, he's the closing pitcher for Portland, making his second appearance in the West Coast League. Had one scoreless inning in the Wenatchee series, struck out 2 and walked 1. First batter he will face is Tanner Jocks, who is the most recent Ridgefield player to record a hit. He got a single in the 6th inning, and then Ridgefield brought up 3 batters and 3 batters only in the 7th and 8th. And so Tanner Jocks back to the plate, 2 for 3 on the day for the 9-hole hitter. And the Linfield infielder faces the Portland pitcher to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. First pitch, hard thrown fastball, called strike from Ruffo. Good velocity on the heater. 2-run lead for the Pickles, bottom of the 9th inning here at the Rourke. Portland trying to even up the series at a game apiece, and it looks like he hit Tanner Jocks, or his way inside to the backstop, and apparently he turned away from it. Nearly hit him on the fastball on the second pitch from Ruffo. Must have glanced off the glove because it did look like it deflected off of something, but Jocks did not run down to first. So just a ball inside, 1-1 pitch. Down low, ball 2 from Ruffo. KJ listed at 6'2". And a snappy throw and a quick fastball. 2-1 is the count to Tanner Jocks. Swings and laces it towards first base, off the glove of the first baseman into right field. Tanner will hold at first for a single. Difficult play for the first baseman, Sam Haney. Came in as a replacement for Arnston, who started this game at first base. It is ruled a base hit. And Tanner Jocks has recorded the last 2 hits for the Raptors. He needs some help. He's 3 for 4 in the game. Back to the top of the order, and Caden Connor 0 for 4. He's got one more chance to extend his hit streak. He's got a hit in every game this season. He's got a double in every game this season. Wouldn't that be nice right around now? 5-3 is the score. The Pickles on top. Short lead off from first for Tanner Jocks, and a throw to first. He barely has to move, but does dive to first, but practically belly flops to just fall on first. I mean, he was almost reaching out with the hand to touch first base. And the last thing you want to do is get picked off there, and so he took as short of a lead off as he could and still had a pickoff attempt. Here's the first pitch to Connor. He bunts down the third baseline. It bounces on the line and rolls foul. It bounced 3 times on the third baseline and finally skittered an inch foul, and Guyette, the third baseman, picked it up in foul territory. Great bunt by Caden Connor, placed almost as well as you can get it, but it goes down as a foul ball. 0-1 the count. Runner on first, no outs, bottom of the 9th inning. A 2-run lead for the Portland Pickles. Infield playing pretty deep, and the right fielder shifting a bit more towards right center, almost playing at the track for Caden Connor, who hit a triple yesterday to right center. 0-1 pitch from Ruffo. Fastball hit to straightaway center field, right at the center fielder, makes the catch on the run. Arellano pulls it in, and Caden Connor has hit the ball well today, but has gone over 5 in the ball game. Still played well, but the next man up is John Peck, shortstop, who is also looking for his first hit. Put the ball in play twice, fly out to left, ground out to second. As a man on first, 1 out. Tanner Jocks aboard. John Peck at the plate, righty on righty, infield and double play depth. Again, a throw down to first, and Jocks took maybe a couple inches more on the lead, but still not pressing the issue very much. And dives back easily in time. First pitch upcoming from KJ Ruffo to John Peck. Just above the waist, ball one, 1-0. John came to the plate first, third, fifth, and sixth innings, 0 for 4 on the day, but came in with a seven hits, tying the team lead. Ahead 1-0. Here comes Ruffo. Fastball trying to catch the outer corner and doesn't get it. Chad Little not giving him that part of the zone. 2-0 the count to John Peck, representing the tying run for Ridgefield. Hoping to win the series and stay undefeated through 5 games in the West Coast League. On deck is Kobe Morales. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Ruffo. Again, upper part of the zone, but misses just high. Ball 3, 3-0. Ridgefield needs base runners. Need to move them around. Tanner Jocks at first. John Peck at the plate, representing the tying run. Regardless of the outcome here, looks like we'll chat with Reese Hernandez after this game, so stay tuned for the post-game interview a couple minutes after the final pitch. 3-0 is in there, strike one. Three and one the count, 1 out, runner on first. Bottom of the 9th inning. Outfield playing straight up. KJ Ruffo comes set out of the stretch. The righty fires, 3-1 pitch, called strike. John Peck was about to throw the bat aside. And before he lets go, he holds on to it and comes back to the batter's box. It's a full count from KJ Ruffo to John Peck. 1 out, 1 runner on. Tanner Jocks standing with his foot on first base. Now takes a couple of steps off the bag. 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit towards right center field. Going back onto the score row near the warning track and makes the catch. A long fly out for John Peck, who thought he had a walk moments earlier, and now takes a long trot back to the dugout after a well-hit ball to right center field, but hung up in the air for too long, and Scoro got under it. 2 outs, Ridgefield down to its final out. It's Kobe Morales, 1 for 4 in the ball game, has grounded out to second base twice. Struck out once, singled in the third, and later scored. The umpires now having a chat with each other. Mark Magdaleno, the head coach, asking a question. Kobe Morales, the 3-hole hitter, has a double, a triple, and a home run on the year, representing the tying run now. Daniel Hirose, the second baseman, standing in the outfield grass in shallow right field, now taking a few steps in towards the cut. First pitch upcoming to Morales. Swings at the first pitch and grounds it through the infield into right field. Tanner Jocks speeds around second. He'll go to third. Morales digs for second. The ball still bounding in the right field. Finally, Scoro gets it back in. Jocks scores from first, and Morales into third for a 2-out triple. Grounded it right past the first baseman under his glove, and it took Scoro forever to get the ball out of the corner in right field. And Morales scoots all the way around to third base, and the tying run is 90 feet away. First pitch swinging for Kobe Morales, his second triple of the year. An RBI for Morales, and Ridgefield needs 1 more run to tie this game up. And it's Will Chambers to the plate. Portland has not given him anything to hit the last couple at-bats since he launched a 2-run home run back in the third inning. He has walked both times since then. First pitch to Chambers, swings at it and fouls it to the backstop. Chambers hit the home run from the right side of the plate where he is batting now against the right-hander in KJ Ruffo. Chambers also had a ground out, so he is 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 walks. Second baseman playing way towards the line. Big hole up the middle and a hole in right center field. 0-1 pitch from KJ Ruffo. Down in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Shore. Max, the high school senior, if anything gets by him, Morales could score from third and tie the game. 2 outs, runner on third. A 5-4 lead for the Portland Pickles in the bottom of the 9th inning. Morales a triple to cut the lead in half. 1-1 count for Will Chambers. Inside, ball 2. KJ Ruffo steps a good 5 feet in front of the mound to collect the return throw from Max Shore. Circles around the mound and steps back on the rubber. Will Chambers steps out. 1 foot out, 1 foot in. Now taps them home plate. Ahead 2-1. Runner on third, 2 outs. KJ Ruffo comes set, takes a breath, throws, checked his swing, did not go around. It's outside, ball 3. Hitters count for Chambers. He could walk, but with the primary objective being to tie the game, it doesn't help Ridgefield all that much to walk, but it doesn't hurt either. And Cody Darcy is a capable hitter. He's in the on-deck circle. After all, Will Chambers representing the winning run. If he gets on base at first, he's that much closer, but got to get Morales home first. 3-1 pitch, up high, ball 4, and the winning run is aboard. Morales remains at third. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Cody Darcy to the plate. Darcy struck out, walked, grounded out, and grounded into a double play. Cody with a home run yesterday, 2 home runs the day before. Just needs something in play. We'll have a pinch runner now. Jack Thompson enters for Will Chambers. So now Thompson is the pinch runner. Chambers' day is done as a designated hitter. 3 walks and a 2-run home run. Not a bad day for the DH out of College of the Canyons. Cody Darcy to the plate against right-hander KJ Ruffo. Outfield playing straight up. Same for the infield. Ruffo looks at first base, comes set, righty on righty matchup here. 2 outs, the first pitch, breaking ball, called strike, looked a bit high. Ruffo has used almost exclusively a fastball, but throws in a first pitch breaking ball to the right-hander and is called a strike. Darcy waving the bat around in the batter's box in the right side. 0-1 count to Cody. Swings at the pitch down low. He's behind 0-2. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Kobe Morales at third as the tying run near in the bottom of the 9th. Jack Thompson the go-ahead run, the winning run at first. Cody Darcy at the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th. Ridgefield with an undefeated record to this point. Here's the 0-2. Up and in, nearly hit him. Some chin music to Cody Darcy, who backs all the way out of the box a good 8 feet. Takes a swing, looks down at his head coach, Chris Cota. Looks at the barrel and takes another half swing and steps back in. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cody Darcy, 2 outs. Short lead off for both runners. The 1-2 from KJ Ruffo. Swung on and got him swinging. Darcy ends it with a strikeout. Ruffo gets the save. And the Ridgefield Raptors' undefeated record is unblemished no more. Ruffo finishes it out with a dramatic 9th inning. Kobe Morales a triple. And nearly got the winning run home, but that extra run in the 8th inning proves to be the difference for the Portland Pickles. They win their 3rd game of the year, 3-2 on the season, improve the Pickles. The Raptors drop to 4-1 on the season. That evens up the series at 1 game apiece. The rubber match tomorrow at the same time, 6:35. We'll talk with Reese Hernandez in just a moment, so stay tuned here on the post-game show. Reese Hernandez, the starting center fielder today who had an RBI single and a walk, went 1 for 3 in the ball game. And we'll chat with him as we get prepared for tomorrow's 6:35 start. After that, you'll have to wait for 10 more days. And the next home game is June 19th. So if you want to see some Ridgefield Raptors baseball in town, you got to come tomorrow, because Ridgefield plays a couple series away, plus a couple off days in between. So it's not until the following Saturday when the Northwest Stars come to town on Saturday, June 19th. So tomorrow's the last home game for a while. And so come out to the ballpark tomorrow. You can also listen into the road games. There won't be a video stream, but you can listen to the audio for the road games. I'll be going with the team to Yakima Valley and Bend and all the other road trips this season. And we'll chat with Reese Hernandez in just a moment. Portland pulling out the victory 5-4 in the ball game, and get their first win over Ridgefield this season. And we will chat with Reese Hernandez here on the post-game show. Reese, I'm going to hand the headset here to you. I'll use this microphone here. Get you on the post-game show. Well, thanks for joining me for a little bit here.
No problem.
On the post-game show. 5-4 the final score. You got your first start in center field tonight.
Yeah.
How was it playing out in center field tonight?
It was fun. I mean, every day out here is fun, but playing new positions is always a good time. Good guys in left and right, so it made it really easy.
You talked about kind of being a utility player. We were chatting about it. Might get some run in the infield. What's the next position for you? You played left and center. What's on tap next for you?
I have no clue, but I guarantee it's not on the mound.
Okay, not a pitcher. We've got that for sure. You finally do lose one tonight, but you started 4-0. It was a great start to the season. What's going to happen tomorrow to get back in the win column?
We just got to keep putting up runs. I mean, it was a competitive game. Best of good game to the Pickles, but we were in it the whole game. We bounced back the first 2 innings. We just couldn't get those last 2 to keep us back up top.
Pretty good crowd on hand tonight. You didn't have fans at San Jose State this year, right? So you had a season but no fans. Even though it ended in a win for the Pickles, I'm guessing there's something energetic about a game to the bottom of the 9th inning, the tying run at third base, the drama of that. Did it kind of sink in for a moment to think, I'm playing in front of fans in a dramatic moment? Did that kind of hit you here tonight?
Oh, yeah, this is the stuff you play for. We missed this. We missed it at San Jose. The fans get us the adrenaline and keep us going, so it's something you play for every day. And even though we ended up on the wrong side, it was still a lot of fun.
Well, you got a road trip upcoming after tomorrow's series finale. Last thing for you, what are you looking forward to in the road trips? Get out on the road and hang out with the guys. Are you excited to go around the Pacific Northwest this summer?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen much of it, so I'm ready to see everything that we get to see. So I'm looking to have a lot of fun this year.
All right, well, good luck tomorrow in the rubber match. Thanks for talking, Reese.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, there's Reese Hernandez. We'll be back on the air tomorrow. 6:35 first pitch for the rubber match between the Raptors and the Portland Pickles. I'm Josh Warden signing off from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. See you tomorrow. All right, thanks, Reese.
It was fun.
Appreciate it, yeah.